Hey there, Snicker Snacks. At the top of the show here, I just want to point out that we're still in a moment of history. Black Lives Matter. Pride Month was last month, but that doesn't mean we don't stop supporting our LGBTQ community. There's a lot happening with bullying and sexual harassment in the gaming, streaming, and wrestling worlds. We here at Vorpal Tales have decided to examine ourselves and be sure we're being the best allies we can be and encourage others to do the same. Check out our Twitter, website, or just simply follow the social media tags to get involved. With that said, welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, Kicking Evil Butts for Goodness, Space Lord Pajamas. Let's introduce our intrepid heroes, Tyler, Dwayne, Tiffany, and Steve. How you doing?
Hi, I'm Eldritch Echoes. I'll be playing our Psionic Monk tonight, driving everyone but Sean crazy. Wait, that's backwards. I'm sorry.
Reverse that.
Also accurate.
Dwayne in our satellite office there in somewhere.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Medic MC. I am on location in the middle of nowhere, so my audio is going to be weird, but I'm here for you playing Kethra, the awesome warlock tonight.
Awesome, and we appreciate it. Tiffany?
Hello. I'm going to be playing your ever weird Tabaxi cleric, Midnight, who probably is going to lick at least 3 things this session that she probably shouldn't.
Oh.
At least 3.
Dope. Okay. Steve.
And me. Okay. Hi, I'm Steve, and to answer Sean's question, I'm doing okay, thank you.
I don't have answers because I just woke up. I literally took a nap before this just so I would be awake.
Okay.
My brain is not fully functioning, and there's no caffeine in this water.
And that's how we bring everybody the good quality content Vorpal Tales is known for. Hi, again, I'm Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I will be playing Raylan Albright, the Paladin of a Monitor with
That cake.
With that cake.
Hell yeah, that cake.
Yeah.
All right.
So for those of you following along at home, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Our current awesome adventure is Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus. As always, we're using Roll20 and appreciate how it allows us to come together online and game. Thanks as always to Syrinscape for filling our ear holes with the sounds of epic tabletop. Make sure you check them out on Syrinscape.com. Also be sure to check out our other shows on the channel, finishing its first series this Monday, Capes of Valor, which then moves to Friday nights next week. It's a doubleheader, sort of goes by as weekly for 1 week, something like that. Anyway, Monday and Friday next week. Steve's ready. Look at that. Look at that smile. He's all ready. Don't forget we have a new show running on Mondays as well. May 20th, Technocracy Reloaded. That's run by Tyler and Terrifying Tales. And also in Terrifying Tales on Wednesday on both the Onyx Path Publishing stream and here on Vorpal Tales as They Came From Beneath the Sea.
Dun, dun, dun.
Finally, this awesome adventure switches to Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Also, next Thursday, we'll be doing Descent in Avernus continuing forth. And you can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, keyword Vorpal Tales. That's awesome. And if you're new to the show, long-time lurker, first-time poster, don't hesitate to smack that like and subscribe. Or smash it that like and subscribe like a hamster carrying Berserker Ranger. Also, check out our Patreon. We're on Patreon now at patreon.com/VorpalTales. And we always appreciate everyone's support. So with that introduction out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. Dwayne, fried tacos, an abomination or our new Lord and Savior?
Fried tacos?
Yeah, fried tacos, deep fried tacos.
They actually had one at the restaurant. It was a deep fried burrito with ice cream in it.
Beans
that
and
sounds
ice cream.
awesome.
What kind of ice cream?
I don't know. I didn't order it. It was questionable.
Well, you suck.
Deep fried ice cream in a burrito? Come on, man.
Although, actually, I have to say thank you, Dwayne, because I feel like that would have had to put the camera, block the curtain over you like 5 times. Your girlfriend would leave.
I mean, Iguana Mia's has fried ice cream. Never tried it.
dope,
they
by the
have
way.
it.
Like fried ice cream is some of the best thing you can ever eat. It's delicious.
So
Say,
maybe the
Dwayne.
burrito with ice cream would be good.
When I looked at it, it reminded me of like a deep fried banana Foster.
Sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold on for like 20 minutes. You're gonna go get one, come back and tell us how it tastes. Okay?
They're still open.
Yeah, go.
We'll wait.
You're still here. Why are you still here?
Let's get on. People aren't
You're
here.
horrible at trying things, Dwayne. I'm disappointed.
People are here to watch me kill stuff.
Yeah, that's probably true. So, all right.
Kill that burrito.
So last week our heroes had overstayed their hospitality at the Van Thampier staff. As Kethra's folly led on to the staff, suspecting something might not be right. Holy crap! Requesting that the heroes sequester themselves under guard in the dining room, the house staff went back to go look on the brothers. Acting quickly, Raylan disabled the guardsman watcher, which then turned to an all-out scuffle with it as the heroes moved into the den room to hold their ground. The house guard attempted to surround the heroes and attack from all sides, even through windows. Lots of jumping through windows last week. But the strategies of the heroes quickly broke the ranks, and with Rhea charging down the hall and Mortlock joining the fray. Within a few moments, the heroes had downed all the house guards, all 11 of them. The staff was bound and locked in their quarters, leaving the heroes to have freedom of investigation around the house. They made their way into Lady Van Thampier's chambers, finding old books and legends on the Hell Riders and others. They also found an artifact, the pipes of the sewers. Making their way into the lady's tower, they found 2 hostages of commerce. Both were trying to apply leverage on her, but apparently she turned around and just tortured them within an inch of their lives and was just like, I can torture you because I'm rich. So with the house fully searched, the group moved towards the crypt-like basements. Entering the first room, 4 stone pillars braced the 10-foot-high vaulted ceiling of this dry cellar, the walls of which are lined by 24 barrels on wooden braces on all sides. Half the barrels have brass spigots tapped into them. The room also contains 2 stacks of wooden crates, one in the middle of the room and the other on the south wall. And whereupon entering this room, they were set upon by fiendish beasts. And that's where we left it. So heroes, what do you do?
I want to smite a fiendish beast.
You want to smite a fiendish beast. So before you can actually do the smiting, I'll let you guys set up yourselves as you're surprised, not surprised, but get take some sort of action to set yourself up for your next roll.
I'm good.
So,
Well,
you're good? All right.
as the squishiest one out of us,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay between the 2 beefcakes.
Okay.
Kethra's gonna stand on some boxes.
Kethra's going to stand on some boxes. All right, cool.
Wait. Question.
Mhm.
Are there rafters above me?
No, not enough room. This is like a low 10-foot tall
Well, I'm short.
sort of ceiling.
I can
but there's
squish.
It's like have you ever been in a cellar where there's just arches every
I'm
so
in
often? and
Florida.
stuff?
What's a cellar?
I mean, I'm sure you've seen movies
What's a
Are these
movie?
spine devils or spike devils? Music purposes.
Spined.
they are spined.
Okay.
They're dead devils.
They're about to be.
So, does everybody have their positioning?
Okay.
Everybody got themselves set up?
I think so.
Wait.
Also, you'll
I
notice
said
that
beefcake, so I gotta. There we go.
I took the time last week to actually make Mortlock and Rhea actual icons and statted NPC characters. So as long as you don't piss them off, these people are they're yours to hang out with. Also, Steve, you'll notice Slobberchop's there. This is his little icon. It's purple. It's kind of a neutral color.
That's cool.
Meaning he's not evil,
That's fine.
not a devil in disguise or anything like that.
Okay, we've covered this a couple times now.
Yeah. I mean, it just always disturbs you, so I want you to feel comfortable.
You're never gonna let it go.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, fantastic. That's to my crappy low rolls. Starting out the night right.
Get it.
Wait. There it is. Low initiative as always. Yeah.
Nice.
Boom. That's a lot.
Let's see. Is that everyone? Kethra, yep. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So, Rivik, you are first.
How did I come in fourth? 11.
Because there's a lot worse than 11 on those rolls.
That is true.
I had a 3.
I'm gonna hit this guy.
And Slobber Chops is just there for moral support.
It's a 15 and a 17 because I did not set up my macro like Dwayne did.
Oh, look at that. A 15 and a 17. Those both hit.
Quarterstaff hits for 11. Oops, sorry. And the punch hits for 7.
Hits for 7. All right, cool.
That's a
That
total of
one's-
that's a total of 18. I'm done.
Well, that's not how that works. Why did you do that?
Are you
Yeah.
questioning Tyler?
No, the stat tracker did something weird. Cool.
Why is
So yeah, that one's not looking so great. Actually, no, that one's actually looking decent. You notice that your attacks are pretty solid, but it just sort of like it takes damage and it gets hurt from your attacks, but it sort of like shrugs it off a little bit. That's the thing.
Oh, fun. It's fun. I like that. Not a lot.
Actually,
I
that's
don't like
important
it.
to point out because it finally matters now. I'm level 5 now, which means my hits bypass magic reduction or resistance.
Look at you. All right, so it actually isn't looking so great. Cool. So it's going to try to return fire against you. It's going to try to bite you first. Does 13 hit you?
Nope.
And then it's going to try to hit you with the most awesome weapon in the world, a trident. And it fails, and it actually like
That's what it gets for thinking tridents are awesome.
yeah, it actually stabs it so hard it's like it managed to wedge itself between two stones and does that like where it like it gets stuck. So it's just like crap, I'm probably gonna die.
Oops.
Raylan, this one hasn't noticed that you're bright and shiny and that it's probably its own doom by attacking you. So
Okay.
it tries to bite you. Does an 8 hit you?
An
Probably
8 does
not.
not hit me.
Does a 12 forking hit you?
A 12 does not fork me.
Man, this guy's
You
forked.
were not. You got forked over on that one, huh?
He did get forked over on that one.
And this is why it's the worst weapon ever, everyone.
This is true. This one tries to.
We just gave so much ammunition to Seasong in chat.
We really did.
So this one, it's gonna try to bite Rayland with a 21.
That hits.
That hits. Oh man. So yeah, you take
Level
You take
5,
five
and I don't have
slashing-
plate yet.
I know, right? Man, that sucks. So yeah, you take 5 slashing damage as this thing just sort of like tears and wriggles on its arm against you. And then it's going to try to fork Kethra. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
You are pierced through like your armor of like 5 damage. You're just like, oh god. You got
God, I
4.
got 10 hit points. Wah, wah.
Nice.
All right then. Rayland, it is your turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to actually cast Not Smite.
Not smite.
Not Smite.
But they're demons. Why
I
are you
know.
not smiting?
Because this could go longer than just the smiting. So I want all
Could.
of my attacks to make sure that they hurt as much as possible. So I will focus on my sword, and instead of the radiance of the smite, it actually starts to glow like this soft light from it. And I'm going to
really?
cast Magic Weapon on my mundane sword, turning it into a magic weapon.
Dope. I like it. Nicely done.
And then... So that's one of those. And then I will... So that's a bonus action, so I can still take my regular action. So I am going to hit the one that bit me. That one's getting hit first.
I think that's the top one.
Sure.
No, that one's the one to your left. To your left.
The one to my left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, do it.
Woo! Does a 22 hit him?
That definitely hits.
Oh, yeah. 7 slashing. Takes it all.
Nice. It does take it all. All right, cool.
That's me.
That's you? All right, nice.
No. No, that's me.
You sure?
No, but yes.
Okay. Kethra, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, everybody's all up in my face,
Yeah, trying to get at you.
but that's okay. I don't care. So we're level 5 now, which means my Eldritch Blast makes the dose beams.
Oh, dose beams.
Dose beams.
That's a
So-
new T-shirt. Dose
Yeah.
beams.
Dose beams. Put a big robot going like that. So I know it'll be a disadvantage, but oh well. We're gonna shoot one at the one in front of Raylan, and the second one will go to the one next to him. So
Okay, cool. I like it.
in front of him first. For 22.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Wow.
Nice. Oh, look
For-
at that damage.
Is that 15 force damage?
It is 15 force damage.
Wow. Okay then.
Crit on my damage.
Dang.
That one, it like you just like cast out this beam and it just like washes over and it's missing pieces of its demonic flesh after you hit it. It's not looking great.
Your body went somewhere. Then we'll go number 2 at the one next on his left.
Okay.
No. Oh, damn.
No. But wait, is that a 13?
That is a 13.
That's a 13, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Guess what? That hits.
So it's only 10 damage.
Oh, it's only 10 damage?
Only 10 damage.
What's the +5 that's there?
That would have been if it was for the crit.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So, it's only 10 damage. All right, cool. God darn it. Go away.
I don't want to go away.
There we go. Yeah, it's not looking great, as it's also missing pieces of its flesh as well that's just been eaten away by your blast. Ray,
And that's me. That's
all right, cool. Ray is going to march up, and she's going to smack this thing with her greatsword. that hits. And does enough damage to end this
Ooh.
thing's life.
Yay.
And it is down. Cool. All right.
No.
I love that the spike devils are like hissing in the background of this song.
Mortlock's gonna move up. He's gonna great club this thing.
Mortlock.
And actually hits. Nice. Cool. 7 damage.
What does Mortlock like carry? Like, what's he rocking into a fight?
A massive great club that looks more or less like just a wooden beam that he tore off from somewhere and sort of fashioned into a club. It's like
Okay.
a railroad tie. Yeah.
Huh?
That thing's not looking so great. Midnight. It's your turn.
No. Mm-mm. I refuse.
you
I'm gonna
do?
take a nap. Taking a nap.
can't.
I'm a cat.
You got so Midnight holds her round.
No. Is there penalty moving through PCs, or is it only through NPCs or enemies?
There's
Oh,
only
wait.
moving. Yeah,
This
you don't
person's
really
dead.
have to move through anybody. Yeah, that person's dead.
I'm gonna go here because then technically this devil is flanked.
That is a true statement, so you have advantage.
And I'm going to stare at it with my beautiful golden cat eyes and give it that whole I'm looking deep into where its supposed soul is and smack it with my mace.
Hell yeah, you do.
14 hit.
14 does hit. So what's the damage?
4.
4. All right. Not bad. Not bad. But you sort of whack it, and it's sort of like not looking good, and it was sort of bleeding out ichor from its mouth. It's just bleeding out more now, and it's just not looking great.
Oh, I wonder what that tastes like.
Don't eat it. Rivik, your turn.
Just gonna eat it.
I'm gonna punch that one that's still next to me that has 4 hit points left.
All right, you punch it hard.
Not sure why I can still see the hit points, but that's okay.
I don't know.
I think he's dead now.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the minimum
Yeah.
I can do is like 5.
yeah, he goes down. You just whack in, like, his body's still there, but his head's somewhere over there. So you're good.
Then I'm gonna move over here and hit this other one that's not dead yet.
Yeah, you should do that.
With supreme flanking.
Yeah, it's not great, and it's definitely dead. It's definitely not. It's had better days. So as you whack this thing, your fist sort of goes into it, and it comes out sort of ichory and gross, but then it sort of like fizzles off as this thing just sort of decays into nothing, and their bodies are no longer there. And all you hear is the quiet drip of water in the corner and sort of like the muffled echoes of a weird dungeon that is all around you.
I'll ask Mortlock if he knows what's in these boxes and barrels.
Probably some of the finest vintage that you'll ever consume around here.
I open one of the boxes that I was standing on and take one random bottle and put it in my bag.
It's actually just empty wine bottles and then a few bottles of like a piss poor vintage. He points over to the west side of the map. He's like, the good stuff's in there.
You're the good stuff.
And then I will move over to here and find some random bottle and just put it in my bag.
So you manage to be able to make it into this room, and there's nothing in there, and it doesn't look like anybody's walked in this room in a long time. But there's these dusty crates in the middle that all contain like really crappy vintages that are only worth about a silver piece. But you see this special rack that's actually sort of enclosed with a lock that's easily broken off, and there's 17 bottles of wine there, each appraised at about 10 gold pieces per bottle.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I take one bottle.
You take one bottle? All right.
Please
Can I
don't
put
pass
it
it around.
No, I just put it in my bag. I don't even say anything. I just take it off the shelf and I put it in my bag.
Nice. Cool.
And then I walk back out of the room.
All right, cool. Mortlock's like, yeah, just one, huh? All right. Yeah, whatever. It's been a while since I've been down in here. In fact, I never really came down here that much. I just know what's down here. This is where Mom, like, does her culty shit. So, you know, everybody might want to be wary.
Her culty shit or her occulty shit?
Is there a
There a
difference?
difference?
That's what Rivik was about to say.
Yes.
I mean, it's a cult that deals with occulty stuff. So
I don't think all cults
Nailed
deal
it.
with occultiness.
but
So I
this
was-
one in particular does. So are we really gonna get into semantics here? Because it is a cult worshiping death.
With
Specifically,
Raymond, this could be a
3
conversation for
deaths.
hours.
What was
I'll
that?
see.
What's that, Dwayne?
I was going to say, with Raylan, this could be a conversation that goes on for hours.
Oh, yeah. If you don't nip this in the bud real quick
was-
here. Yeah.
I was about to say, with our priestess over there pulling out her book, I go over here and open this door.
So, yeah, you crack open that door, and it leads into a hallway that it's dank. You're pretty sure this was an old sewer that just kind of like was hollowed out and
Wrong door. Sorry, I went the other way to the storeroom.
Oh, yeah. So you're at the storeroom. That's where Kethra went and got her vintage bottle from. There's 16 more in there if you wanted to grab any of them.
I make a lot of noise to distract them from their argument.
Oh no, she
Whoops.
kind of just like
Smash!
stops because like
Whoops.
there's no point.
Smash!
She knows she's right, and she's just too busy taking notes and then talking with Schlopper Chops, like meowing at him, even though she's not really saying anything.
Well then, yes, I will go start exploring the dank, dark, smelly sewer.
Yes. Tell us about the dankness.
Smells like a towel that like you just used,
I will go
And
to
then
this
drop it
intersection
on the
and
floor.
look.
and it just smells funny after like one day.
Alright, so
And stop there until you tell us more.
I will tell you more in just a second.
Slobber Chops, I love you. You're the greatest cat ever. I love you, Slobber Chops. It's okay. You don't have to love me back.
Well,
I love Slobber
Okay.
Chops so much. We should have Slobber Chops merch. I'm just saying.
Slobber Chops merch? I mean,
Except,
I
then
don't-
we get sued into the ground because that
Right.
belongs to Wizards and
Right.
Ghosts.
I don't think we own slobber chops.
yeah,
No,
we definitely don't own Slobber Chops.
we don't
So-
own it, but I would love it if someone mysteriously bought me some Slobber Chops merch somewhere
I
out
mean,
there in
somebody
the
might
void.
be able to make you a Slobber Chops merch. But anyway, can you see in the dark? Who can see in the dark and who cannot see in the dark here?
I have dark vision.
Only one of us is a lame human. I mean, perfectly acceptable and awesome human.
Oh, lame human. I mean, perfectly acceptable and awesome human. That's right. Okay,
But I
so
can cast light.
Wait, can I cast dark vision on somebody?
And now, yeah,
think
but
you
that'll burn
can,
your
yeah.
highest level spell slot for not that great of a return.
yeah. So for Rayland, what this is this is a very dimly lit hallway where there's lanterns about every 10 to 20 feet. Where it's a oil lantern that gives off a pale green light as the shade around it is green colored. For everyone else,
Did nobody
They
take
see
light
that, but
as a cantrip?
what's that? I think light's a cantrip, or at least
I'm
a
asking,
level
did
1
nobody
spell.
take light as a cantrip?
No, I have it.
Okay.
So if you need it, I can cast it on your shield or something.
That's
He can see fine.
Oh, I
he
have
just can't
light.
see as far.
Yeah, I have light also.
okay.
We can.
Do you
For
want it,
Riddick,
or do you want to use the natural lighting?
I mean,
Leave
he
that
says
to
I
you,
can
Raylan.
see for the most part just fine, so.
Okay. Carry on, GM, with the description.
for everyone else, this is a little bit more easier for you to see. You can see pretty well. To the north, you can see that it goes for several tens of feet and then turns left. And then down south, you can see that there's an intersection about 20 feet south, and then further past that, about 10 to 15, it goes off to the west again.
North or south?
South. I head south.
You head south? Okay.
To the south.
To the next intersection.
So as you're passing through these tunnels, you smell the sort of pungent smell of what you know to be like sewer gross dungeon smells, but that's all mostly masked by this smell of incense that is it's like it's been faded around here, but you can definitely tell like it's almost somebody's like going around spraying Febreze every once in a while to try to mask the smell. Everybody give me a perception. And Rayland, for this one, you're at actual disadvantage.
Who would you like to go first?
Let's go with Rayland first, and then Tyler, Dwayne, and then Tiffany.
I actually would recommend that Slobber Chops roll for perception.
You can roll his perception if you want.
Specifically relies on smell.
You can do that too.
So Raylan got a 12.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Me next, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta roll wisdom.
12 for me.
12.
Dwayne next.
Dwayne. Very nice. 18.
Nice.
Slobber Chops gets a 13.
Okay.
And Midnight gets a 24.
Good
God
job.
damn.
Nice.
All right. So everyone is just kind of like, man, just that the worst instance ever. But for Kethra and Midnight, Slobber Chops is kind of like tugging your collar towards the north. And then Kethra, you actually see a pair of cultists like walking down the hallway, and they're swinging this incense container that's just like, yeah, it's a censer. Sorry, they're both swinging it, sort of like aerating the hallway, and they're coming your way, but they haven't really noticed you, but you noticed them.
We should be sneaky.
Yeah. Motion everyone to like get down low or get around the corner.
Okay.
Are we standing on water?
So the way that this works is that for most of the hallway, there's a raised ledge. Like if you've ever seen a sewer, there's like ledges on the side. And in the middle is this culvert that all this water is just draining through and draining out into various areas as it drains through and drains into the sewer system or something along those lines. And you also remember that one of the people that you encountered before mentioned that she not only was like trying to do wanted to do some waterworks work under the bathhouse, but also the Van Thampiers too, or around their area. So you kind of get the impression that the Van Thampiers, that her ladyship was trying to avoid anybody digging and discovering what she's got going on here. So unless somebody comes around this corner, you're all kind of pressed against the wall. Who do you want on the outmost location towards?
I would assume because I'm a melee, so I need to be close to him.
And then behind you, down this way, is just a dead end, caved in shaft. So, Kethra, did you want to be in the front? Is that cool with you?
You should put me where you are, Catherine.
Got it. Moving.
Done.
While I can swing my hand axe, it's not as strong as this foot.
So you sit there and wait. These guys they're moving slowly. They take their time. They come to the intersection that you were just at, and they're making their way to your intersection. You guys in the front, give me a stealth roll. Raylan, you can actually make it at advantage because you're against the wall where they can't see you.
Cool. Cool.
Wow.
This is where guidance would have come in help.
Yeah, that would have made it a 9.
Sorry, guys.
Wow. So
have at thee.
Rivik's like trying to motion you like that they're coming. So you like slam yourself up against the wall and all of your metal stuff just ka-ching. Which
do you think they heard us?
They come up and they're like, what the hell? So they're like looking around to see what made that noise. Like, this is the biggest goddamn rat I've ever heard.
Can I just
surprise attack?
I was gonna say, can I just stab him when he looks?
Yes. You would have had advantage, but they're kind of aware that something might be here, so you roll normally.
Damn. All right.
Just jump out at him and go rat.
I'm gonna stab.
You can stab. Go ahead and stab.
Natural 20 on the stab.
So
nice.
He's like, that's the giantest rat I've ever heard, and gets a sword through the face.
Yeah.
Rivik, you're in the next one there. What do you do with this guy?
Roundhouse kick.
So you actually miss with the first, but then you like turn around and just sort of like drop kick this guy into the opposite wall, and he goes down. And that's just enough to sort of knock him out and knock him prone as he was caught
Censoring?
Caught by surprise, but he's not dead yet. So
Rivik is preparing for the killing blow, Raylan.
Well, that's fine.
Rivik ends it.
okay. And he goes down.
Always give Raylan a moment to see if he wants a prisoner for questioning first.
I feel like we've established the fact that interrogating random NPCs is just not helpful. So
That's not true.
we have not gotten a single piece of useful information from interrogating people.
We've also been trying to interrogate cultists.
Who are we fighting right now?
Oh, yeah.
They're occultists, so
That's
they might
true.
be a little
It's
less
different. Occultists
Yeah,
are
it's
different
totally
from
different thing.
cultists.
Right. I mean,
I'm sure. So instead of fuck you, I'm not telling you anything, you'll get I don't know anything.
I'm just here for the cheese sandwiches. So you notice,
Yeah, you
notice
should
these
come hang
guys-
out with the cult.
yeah, every Thursday is down
I
in
like
the
little
grounds.
cucumber sandwiches better. Those are really, or the little tiny egg salads, and they're shaped like little triangles.
So, we stick
So-
with the cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, cheese is just easier.
Y'all look cheap.
So
Hey, What
They
are
have cookies on the dark side.
The margins are real thin on cults.
Hey, if
You
Darth
notice
Vader
these guys-
if Darth Vader can provide chocolate chip cookies, the least you can do is have a ham wedged in the pieces of cheese and bread.
I don't believe
This isn't the
we
evil
should
galactic
I don't
empire,
believe that a
so-
small upstart cult should have to provide catering the likes of a galactic empire. You
They
get-
should
you
if they
get-
intend on
you
getting
get
the
two
masses.
How do you think the
things-
behind
Empire
them.
got as large as it did? It
You
was the
get
catering.
2 things of like store brand prepackaged chocolate chip cookies.
The Empire got as far as it did, Steve, because of catering and fascism. Mostly
Thank
the catering.
you.
Mostly the catering.
Mostly the
Listen,
catering.
You can
Yikes.
turn. You can convince so many people to join you if you have really, really good food.
C-Song has a really good point. Startup
Rivik
cults
goes
have
to the next
potlucks.
intersection.
You know,
Before
yes,
you go to the next
potlucks can
intersection.
do everything.
Before you go to the next intersection, you notice that these guys are wearing like really thick covering robes, so like their person's not discernible, and their masks are both really ornate and individualized. So, yeah, that's the thing.
Is the one that Raylan skewered through the face mask still functional?
Yeah, because he got him. Because like the mask sort of covers everything, but like your nose and your mouth.
I stabbed him in the nose.
So like you got him like in that nose mouthful area, so the mask is more or less intact.
He
You
ate
got him in the nose mouthful area. I'm writing
Right.
that down.
I don't.
Is that where I
Ugh.
got him?
Yeah.
My nose hurts now. Thank you.
Rivik continues
Kethra-
to the intersection and lets them collect cultist clothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kethra will grab a mask and a cloak.
Puts it on. All right. It also like dims your like Asmar appearance, so like you just look like a normal person at this point. Midnight, would you like to don the robes and masks?
Don't piss your god off.
Yeah, and I don't. No.
You realize it's probably not going to piss off your god if you're just disguising yourself, not
Don't
necessarily.
trust him.
Yeah, I'm all for. Yeah, I'm here to depower the cleric by having her just put on some random robes.
He
That was
admits
my-
it. He
Can
admits
That's the
I
entire
have-
point of this game at this point.
Can I have a deep, intimate conversation with Ogman to consult
way.
and make sure it's okay
Ogden's
I'm-
like
I'm
it's cool.
pretending to wear it, but not actually worshiping these individuals?
Totally understand. I get it. It's cool. You know, you got to do what you got to do. It's up to you. You're cool. Everything's fine. You're fine. Kill
Okay,
those
'cause
cultists.
I need him to be okay with it because he's my future husband.
Oh right, you're gonna marry your god. What do you guys do with the bodies?
There's a little like dilapidated culvert behind us. We'll just
Yeah.
toss them in
Okay.
there.
Shove them in there, sort of cover them with
We're
debris.
gonna
They're hidden pretty
fill-
well.
We're gonna fill this hallway with dead cultists. I can already tell.
Are we becoming murder hobos?
Yep.
Becoming.
I mean, becoming's a sort of.
Well, I'm not quite there yet, but I know Rivik and Kethra are.
I have only attacked when attacked.
That's true. So right here, you notice that there's a doorway, and then the corridor continues towards the north.
What do we see down
Doorway.
Sorry, Dwayne, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what do we see down the northern corridor?
You can kind of lean up, and you see it's a really long corridor, and the darkness starts to sort of consume your eyesight. You'd have to move that way to see any further, but it's just a really long, dimly lit hallway.
I follow Rivik to the door.
You follow
Rivik
Rivik to
turns
the door.
around, sees Kethra looking around the corner, nods and kicks the door open.
Oh my god. We're not being sneaky at all.
I saw what Raylan rolled. I know how this night's gonna go. I'm not even gonna try.
Jeez, okay.
I mean, you could always attempt, maybe, possibly.
Kick the door open. Raylan, get
Kick
up here.
the door open.
Oh,
You're not even
Bring that-
checking
bring
for
that cake.
traps or nothing.
Bring that cake.
yeah. I'll prepare to breach the door.
I'm
Prepare
just
to
gonna
breach
stay
the
back
door.
The
here.
railing. Yeah, I'll stand like back against the door, like shield and sword ready. So as soon as he kicks it, I can just like spin in and be like, "Ha!"
Captain America?
Broad-shouldered figure with purple skin and a beard of writhing snake-like tentacles stands in the middle of the room, lined by iron doors, tightening its grip on a glaive as it stares at you through the darkness. Each door is set by a small barred window, and a ring of keys hangs from the creature's belt.
You know,
Everybody, give me initiatives.
I
gonna say,
obviously made.
Rivik
some
looks
sort
in the room, says greetings, and hits him with a stick.
I obviously made a mistake. I'm gonna go that way. We're good.
Sorry, wrong room. Oh,
3 again?
oh, I didn't click on my character. That's funny.
What? This is okay.
I think I also got the
This is
same
like-
initiative.
This is like the 4th
I didn't.
time in a row because I'm pretty sure I had 2 3s last session. I don't even get to have any fun. I miss being Omri.
Even Omri.
Didn't
like,
Omri always go last?
Yeah, we kept
Yeah, but
seeing
she
it.
always like
Gonna
kicked
say.
ass whenever she did. Like she one hit killed anything pretty much when she got to go. I'm lucky if I get like a 3 and when I hit something.
All right, Rivik, you're first. What do you do?
Of course.
I'm already doing it, remember?
Yeah, you hit me
Greetings,
with the
whack.
stick. Yeah, sure.
That's Raylan.
That 24 definitely hits.
I'll blow one of my inspirations on the other one to make it an 18. Start this out right.
All right, cool. Do it. All right, it's done. And yeah. Just like
15.
And your hits are technically magical, correct?
Correct.
All right.
You're right. I apologize, Steve. I moved the cake. Grabbed the wrong one.
You touched the
Yeah.
cake.
Touch that cake. I see you smirking over there, Steve. You like it.
No, I know you like it. Boom.
Well, obviously, I like cake. I mean, have you met me?
As long as it's not angel food cake.
All right, cool. Rivik, that's your turn. We're going to move to Mortlock, who kind of moves up and sort of braces himself against the wall, but can't get inside. It is the bearded devil's turn, who turns on Rivik and is just like, "Meh." Instead of something you do into abyssal like your mother.
I speak of that, by the way. I tell him that's very uncalled for and rude in Abyssal.
You know
Or
what it is
Infernal, I
called
guess.
for.
These are devils.
Fireball.
Is he speaking infernal or abyssal?
Infernal.
I definitely directly translate.
Yeah, he said your mother. Does a 24 hit you?
No, because I'll pop my first of 2 shields.
Bastard. So this this fireball sort of like magically bounces off your chi aura and hits.
I
hits
deflect
against the
it with my
wall.
staff and just give him a stare like, that all you got?
And then he tries it again because he's stupid and rolled even worse. So this one you don't even have to block. It just like goes through the hallway, launches down the hallway, and then hits the far side of where you guys just came from.
I mock
Did you
him.
And
Fire bolt or fireball?
it's not fireball. He's just hurling flames. He's
okay.
hurling balls of fire.
Yeah, this is like produce flame or something.
Oh, okay.
Rhea will actually come in and try to set up a.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
he stepped away from me.
Ooh,
No, he gets that.
Oh, okay.
And she hits with a great sword, does 10 damage. But you can tell that her weaponry is not as good as you guys's, so it's actually not great.
Not as good as ours, so it's not great.
Not as good as yours, no.
I don't know what
Oh,
you're talking
shit.
about.
Meanwhile, Midnight's
By the
just
way-
taking notes about everything.
By the way, Midnight, that is one of the things you can do as a support cleric. You can
No.
ensorcel Steve's sword to bypass this damage reduction.
Oh yeah, Steve, how
I
long does your
can?
magical weapon last?
Yep, it's a level 1 cleric spell.
What is
Up
the
to
name of
1
it?
hour via concentration, which nothing's happened. to me
Magic
to break
weapon.
concentration. So
Yeah, so you're fine. Yeah, so Midnight, you can
I
actually do
actually
that to your weapon.
Don't
and you
have
can-
it on my list, but I'm adding it now. Boop.
There you go. Raylan, it's your turn.
So I smile at this dum-dum over here who decided that snakes for a beard is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't anyone tell you not to wear snakes after Labor Day?
Hey.
And then I will come up to him.
You may have an inspiration point for that.
Really?
Yeah.
But wait, when's Labor Day in
I guess
in
the bar
Baldur's
is low in
Gate?
this game.
Oh damn!
Because anybody who makes a fashion joke just deserves it. You're fine.
So I will
I mean,
move up to
it
him.
sounds like a crime against fashion to me.
I will
but,
actually,
you know.
I'll actually move there so that I get the flank on him.
All right, cool. There you go.
And with my magic sword, I will smite the bearded devil man.
Spear and magic helmet.
I think I'm gonna do divine smite. Yes.
Oh, cool.
All right. Divine smite. Here we go. You know what? Screw it. Second level.
Cool.
Oh.
Second level.
Are you sure? I mean, we're kind of early in the game.
We'll have to take a rest eventually.
Do you though?
Yeah. We'll need to rest. I mean, I don't know how many points Tyler burns using his shield and other stuff, and
That's a racial ability. I've spent no points yet.
okay. Apparently, I'm the only one that has to spend things in this party. Okay. So,
I just like making you say that.
yeah. So here we go. Why did I not roll?
You got a natural 1.
Yeah, but that's not an attack. All right, never mind. Does a 14 hit the bearded devil man?
No, but a 15 does because you're at advantage.
Because I'm at advantage. Haha. So the 15 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So the 15 hits, then he takes 5. That's minimum damage across the board. Good God. That is 5 slashing damage, which is magical. And
Okay,
then
you're good.
a total of 11 radiant damage from the smite.
12.
Wow.
12 radiant. Because you cast it at higher level.
Everybody's
believe-
like, wow,
I
and
believe-
Steve's like, that was minimum. Damn it.
No, that's the entirety of it. 2d8. 7 plus 4.
Still, you fucked this guy up,
Oh,
and you actually
yeah,
take
you're
off
right.
most
12.
of his beard, and he's not liking that.
You gave him a beard cut.
Kethra, what you do?
From inside my folds, I pull out a tiny bell and I go, ding-a-ling-a-ling. And I toll the dead. The bearded man. Wisdom DC 16.
Do it.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I'm sorry, Dwayne.
Dang.
He makes it with flying colors.
The bell does not toll for thee
Oh.
this time.
And I'm gonna give you an inspiration point for this because you tried real hard and there was no way he has magic resistance, so you were already the deck was already stacked against you, but he
Okay.
rolled a 20, so you can have that consolation.
Alright, then I will move into the room maybe to get better.
Wait!
All right, cool.
I just remembered we got like thingies last time, and some of us had like plus whatevers on their rolls. So make sure you guys are adding that to your stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remind you I'm not responsible for
Dwayne,
that. So
yes, Dwayne has that built in, and I don't think I got any last.
No, you got one. I think everybody got at least one.
yeah, I think
I
everybody
have a
did.
+2 from the 26.
So make sure anytime you roll that you're adding a +2 in there.
Yeah.
and
Does that
it's
count
your
for
turn,
my
Midnight.
initiative at all? Just saying, like. You know?
Yeah, anytime you roll, it's a +2.
Okay, so that should be a 5. Just saying. I'm gonna just change that.
I'm sorry. Chat's cracking me up right now.
You're welcome.
I can't read it. You're
I'm
not
good
sharing.
with Smitey McStabface. That
Smitty.
one's
Smitty mixed up.
Smitty.
Smitty McStab.
Smitty the stab.
Smitty the Stab. Anyway, Midnight, it's your turn.
I'm upset right now because I can't read what's happening in chat, and Steve's being rude and not sharing.
Seesaw
Sword would like to take the time for itself to introduce itself to you. It is Smitty Squinjelly.
Seasong is trying to name Raylan's sword currently, and it's money. Every single one of their suggestions.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna move into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, my speed 30 or 40? 30.
You're 30.
5. I'm 31, actually. My birthday's in December, but thank you.
Cool.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I want to open this door.
It's locked.
I wanna. Wait, do I have to spell for that?
The one you're looking for is called Knock.
You also, the guy also was
Not kidding.
described as having a keychain on his belt. So.
Oh, the demon guy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
If you'd like to rethink your action.
Okay, can I go back to where I was initially?
Or just put yourself where you want to be. If you want to hit him or set something up, cast the
I want to be stealthy and try to steal the key off of him while he's distracted.
Surrounded by enemies, brightly lit room. Right in front of him, because you can't get
If
by.
that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Devil's just watching you and he lets you do it because he doesn't know what's happening.
18.
Let's see. Does he have skills? He does. Well, this is not this devil's day. As he's trying to fight off like 3 different attackers, you just sort of slink in and like rub up next to him, and you swipe those keys off his belt.
Excelsior!
Revik, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Just watch Midnight walk away. There's no reaction to it whatsoever, and then I resume beating down the devil.
All right. A 19 and a 16 indeed hit.
Yeah, that's a 20 and a 17 for 18 more damage.
So Midnight did this like really stealthy, sneaky thing, and then now that dude is just a puddle of dark ichor on the ground that's slowly fizzling away.
Hey guys, I got his keys. I wonder what they do. She starts playing with them.
It's either loot or prisoners. Either way, open those doors.
Yeah.
Yay!
There's some prisoners.
I'm gonna open this one first.
Oh crap! Did I just close? No.
This one. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Which one? That one up there? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Where are you guys? There. And I keep moving this over too far. I can't see. Oh, there's nothing there. Cool. All right, so you open that door, and this man sort of like stumbles out, and he's like, Oh, thank the gods that you're there. Oh, thank you. Oh, you saved my life. That demon had been beating me for days. It was terrible. Thank you.
He walks out and he's in the middle of talking, and Rivik's just looking at him, slightly nodding, and then splashes him in the face with holy water in the middle of a sentence.
Taste divine.
Literally, but I'm bummed. I see what you did there. It was nice.
What'd you say, Sean?
Why? Why with the water?
To make sure you're not a devil. Also, hold still. Cut. Make sure he bleeds red.
Oh, why? Again, why? What is wrong with you people?
I just told you.
say
Did you not
Christmas?
hear me the first time?
But I'm just shocked that you're so rash and brazen. Well, if you must know, my name is Fallister Fisk. I work for Silvira Selvicus out of the Candlekeep.
The music
Why are
disagreed
you-
with that name. He said Samir Silvicus, and the music was like, no.
Oh, gosh.
Vicus.
She's been monitoring devil activity here in Baldur's Gate, as well as Ilturiel for months. Why are you in these dungeons?
I mean, if you don't want to get saved, you can just leave you in there.
No,
Destroy
I
the
appreciate
cultists.
it.
Destroy the cultists, take the evil demonic artifacts, free you.
Oh, you're after... Would you have happened to have found an infernal Lamentations puzzle box? Would you have?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. If we make it out of this alive, I suggest we go to the Candlekeep and take it to my
No.
my associate. No?
No.
This is
No.
ours. We can't
No,
trust
no, no,
anyone else with it.
You may keep it, but she could possibly open it for you.
No, thank you.
Unveil its secrets.
No.
I have a feeling I know what the secrets are, and they're not really secrets.
Oh, we're
mean-
going to... I look at Kethra. Oh, we're going to open it.
Can we do that later?
Right. She's probably the only one in all of the Sword Coast that could.
I look at Midnight.
Excuse me.
I look at Midnight and I say, not the only one.
Hi. I'm actually probably the smartest person in like ever of existence. So, hi.
Rivik, as usual, with his bluntness, is like, she's definitely not the smartest person that ever lived, but the most tenacious.
She's-
Hello there. Could you free me as well? I could use some freeing.
You wait your
Over
turn.
here.
Is that a different person talking?
Yes,
Yes.
somebody from the south side, from over here.
Yeah.
I look at
Midnight's
Fallister and say,
open.
should Midnight fail, which is unlikely, we'll meet your friend. Good luck. I turn my back on him.
Midnight just opens the
I-
other doors.
I could help. I mean, maybe.
I walk out into the hallway. I pick up Slobber Chops. I walk back in. I hold Slobber Chops at him and look for the reaction.
To Fallister.
Yes.
I love
Just
it.
kind of like, kind of
I put
rubs on
Slobber
you.
Chops down. I pet her. I give her a piece of ham, and I say, "Fine," to him.
Okay.
You have
The other person's kind of like waving their hand out. You can tell it's definitely a feminine hand, just like, hello, over here.
Really?
you
That
free me?
doesn't look like a lady. I mean, no judgment.
doesn't.
Could be a
Yeah,
bearded
I
lady.
didn't have time to change it. I was going to. 'Cause that bothers me.
It's a bearded lady.
Is that another one where they did the token wrong? Wow.
So that is the noble
Generic,
icons.
I know.
Yeah. So I would appreciate a little more touch of finery there, but it is what it is. So,
It's a bearded lady.
Who are you?
my name is
Did you
Satir
open the other door, Midnight?
Theon
I open
Honan.
all of the doors.
Okay.
Oh, so she
All of
steps out and she just sort of
And
like
immediately
brushes
gets
herself
splashed
off.
with holy water and gets cut to look for red blood.
Ah, what the night house? Oh God!
And then while she's freaking out, Slobber
Oh,
chops her in the
Achman!
face.
Slobber Chops like sort of growls at her, but you'd sense that he just doesn't like her.
I also dislike her, but don't stab her through the face.
Right.
Okay. Rivik is done vetting.
Okay. So she's like, I guess thank you for the rescue.
Yes,
Ugh.
we rescued you. Why are you here?
I probably upset the Van Thampias for some reason. Yes, that is probably why I'm here, because that's what they do to people they don't like.
And what is the reason that you might have upset them? What are you? What is your duty?
I am just a noble woman of great renown in the city, and my family is very rich, and I believe she was going to hold me for ransom.
You're right. That is just all you are.
Oh shit.
Whatever, piss off.
I mean, we could put you back in the cage.
I would appreciate it if you did not.
Okay. She goes digging through like all the different things because she wants
Rivik
shinies.
leaves and goes up to the corner to wait for the party.
Before you do, Ballister sort of looks at you and just like shakes his, kind of like eyes her and shakes his head, as if to say that like she's lying or there's something wrong with her or something along those lines.
Rivik leaves that to Raylan to fed her out as our
All right.
seeker of truth and justice.
Can I roll insight?
He didn't do anything to you, but you can roll insight. And Raylan, how do you feel about this woman?
Rivik actually telepathically sends that message to Raylan.
Oh, okay.
She's
Cool.
lying. I'm going up here to guard.
Okay.
So Raylan, you know that there's something not right about this satyr woman.
Huh.
Can I do detect evil and good on this person?
It's a good call.
I would suggest to do that outside of her line sight.
Okay. Then just
Then how about I distract her?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, so I'll kind of walk up and try to, like, catch her attention, act all paladin-y with my badge and... Excuse me, can
Really
you come over
doesn't-
here for just a second? Just to
She's
talk
like,
to you.
God, no. She's just like, oh, you're so shiny and you glow. Oh, God. Midnight, go ahead and you don't actually have to roll anything, but you sort of spend your time and everybody in this room's pretty chill, except for her, who you get a very strong aura of just not a good soul. And so she's looking at you, Raylan. She's like, what do you want, Paladin?
Well,
Tell them.
me, I'm after the truth of things. I just, was curious. Curious if, how you were here.
I was kidnapped. Well, that's what I said.
Smooth like butter.
Sure.
no
Kidnapped.
smooth like X-Lax because the shit coming out of his mouth.
Okay. Yeah. That. Look, okay.
Do you have any actual good questions?
Where
Yeah,
were you
I actually kind of
kidnapped
have a
from?
question, but I wait because Kate goes first.
I was kidnapped from my home, I believe. So there.
You believe you were kidnapped
don't
from
need-
your home?
I don't need to speak with you.
Well, you just asked me if I had any good questions for you, so I was just asking a question so that we could properly put together the series of events so that we can backtrack and make sure that nothing similar happens. Maybe it's a neighborhood thing that they're trying to go after, but it seems like you don't have quite all of these answers.
Yes, I was kidnapped from the upper ward. Does that satisfy you?
From the upper ward?
Sure.
Okay. What was your question?
Midnight.
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh God, you're talking cats.
You mean Ogman? Because Ogman is the one amazing, true, wonderful God, and I love him so much. Do you know that you are actually secretly worshiping him right now just because you are thinking, and thinking is a form of knowledge, and knowledge is absolutely amazing and what he worships and loves, and I love him so much. I'm going to marry him one day.
Is there anyone in this room that's not an idiot?
Excuse me, idiot. Do you know who you're talking to here? I am actually potentially the fake betrothal of the Venthampier because he's weird, but really smart in a weird way. But I kind of like that and stuff. But anyway, you need to be nicer. You are a very vile person, and I don't like you.
Ugh, whatever. Anyway,
well,
I'm
Can I
sure you
kick
Telepathic
her?
cleared the way.
message.
well,
Telepathic message into her head. I'm not an idiot. And I've read your thoughts. You might as well tell them the truth before I tell them.
Can you actually read her thoughts?
No.
But she doesn't know that.
That's correct.
Roll an intimidation.
Deception, you mean?
Either one, whichever one's higher for you.
20.
Oh my. Good enough. So she's just like, well, if you must know, the shield that you probably seek, if that's why you're here, was stolen from my family. And they probably they kidnapped me, I'm sure, to use me as leverage in case my family found out. Now, if you're done with your idiot questions, I would like to be escorted out of here.
Can I convince Slobberchops to pee on her shoes?
Probably already has. He doesn't like mean people, so
I tell her, tell us more about the shield and I'll give you an escort.
I know that the shield supposedly is it supposedly was used to trap a demon inside or something along those lines. I don't know. That was the story that my parents told me and why it was such a family heirloom, but yes. Anyway, that's why. Yes. The Shield of the Hidden Lord is what it is called, and the Hidden Lord, as far as you know, is one of the greatest devils to have ever have lived, and who will consume your soul, I hope, at some point.
Thank you. Most gracious. And then I
That's
escort
why I
her.
don't like her.
Then I escort her all the way back to the entrance, but when we're about 20 feet away, I push her into the sewer water. Oops, I apologize. And then I return to the party.
Ugh! Vile idiots.
Face first.
Cool. So you still have fellas just like,
this person
excellent.
super sucks.
I shall join you. I can help you. I managed to walk around these halls before that I was captured, so I know a little bit about where you're trying to get to.
So why were you just walking around these halls?
I guess you could say, what's the correct word?
Curious?
Curious. Yes, I was curious. I was
thieving.
I was what?
You were thieving.
No, thieving's not the right word indeed. It would be more like spying on the devils and the cultists of the devils here. So I
You're
was
very
really
bad at spying.
well. I was good until I got caught, and so I made it mostly.
That
wrong,
makes
but
you
they caught
bad.
me.
Then I turned back.
I mean, wow, abrupt. But anyway, so yes, I can help you find the way. I know where some of the secret doors are that are down here, and I can help get you through. Probably get you to the Venthampier herself.
Rivik already told this guy it's fine with him. It's up to you three.
Have we incited this guy yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been vetted.
I holy watered him, I cut him, I incited him, and I slobber chopped him.
Okay. Okay.
He passed all 4 tests.
Gotcha. All right.
Also, remember that she cast good and evil, and the only evil person was the woman that you let go. Everybody else is chill.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose you could follow along if you don't get caught this time.
Yeah, we seem to be building up a nice little
Army?
collection of people. Yeah, an army.
Oh, very well then. Well then, I shall keep to the rear, and tally ho, I will follow you.
He said rear.
Tally ho.
I cast Fiendish Vigor on myself.
What does Fiendish Vigor do?
It gives me those temp HP.
Okay, cool, awesome.
I can do it ill, so pretty much anytime a thing ends, I can cast it again.
Cool. So let me do some changes to the dungeon here real quick.
Add more monsters.
Yeah. God, where's that colossal red dragon?
Oh, turns out he's right
Hold on, I
behind
got
us.
this. How about colossal gold? Because then it's more impactful because we're sad about stabbing it.
Oh yeah, it's been like dipped into madness. Yeah,
Right.
that could work. You're
It's
onto
gold
something
colored,
there.
but it's insane. Yes.
Right, it's an insane gold dragon.
Oh no.
All right, cool. So as I said earlier when you looked up here, it's a very long hallway. Rivik, you have some better eyesight, so you actually see like there's a turn here, but then it just goes off into darkness further on. It's too dimly lit to sort of discern anything. So where do you go?
Next intersection.
Next
Since
intersection?
you said I could see that far, it seems safe to go that far.
All right, cool.
Also, I ask new guy if there's any secrets coming up to be aware of.
So what I can tell you is that the vaults are up close moving forward. Up here on your left, there are some barracks to the north in the northwest area of this, and I know there are other patrols in these hallways where they do the incense, and I was not able to enter one of the larger chambers here, but I do know that there's a secret passage in from the stables above. However, I know that the lady herself is actually usually in her quiet
The stables
private.
had a secret passage into here. That's why they're there.
Yes, but I know that there are many devils and many cultists in here, so you will need to be careful. Also, there are wandering patrols of the incense with the censures, and so yes,
A
you
question
need to be
for
careful.
you, if I may.
Uh-huh.
Why do they carry the censer?
The what? The censures?
Yeah, why do you know why the cultists are carrying the censer?
Because people live down here and it smells like shit.
So it's no actual other than
No, it smells awful. Would you want to live in a shithole, literally? I mean, the cultists, but I mean, they have taste.
Obviously, they have taste, so then they'd be able to taste that it tastes like shit. Duh.
I'll take a good
when
look around then, since he says there's all kinds of things to be aware of here.
What did you say? You broke up.
I take a good look around, since he said there's all kinds of things to be cautious of here.
Yeah, so he actually whispers to you, he's like, if you turn left there are some iron bars that block off this area from the rest. But if we needed some mad escape, there's somebody with great strength to possibly bend the bars and get us out. I'd planned to do that with possibly some explosives or something, but that's where I had my misfortune.
I thank him. Then I look around thoroughly with investigation or perception, whatever you want.
Yeah, he's pretty accurate in his statements. You can actually see that there are a set of iron bars there that are just deeply
No.
plunged.
I mean, I'm checking for trap now.
He doesn't mention traps. What he's basically telling you is that don't get caught by the patrols. They are patrolling around. Otherwise, you're kind of free to move if nobody suspects that you're here, and you kind of discern that you're good for the time being. You just need to. The patrols, you know now that the increase in the smell of the incense is actually the sign of the patrols, and you don't smell that just yet.
Oh.
Next intersection.
moving on.
I'm basically just kind of tailing one space behind Rivik.
Okay.
Rivik looks around carefully at this intersection.
You guys have moved, so 1 second.
You've moved. Take 10 damage.
It's so hard for me to move on this laptop.
Oh, jeez.
If you need help, just let me know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like me to help move? Because I can actually move the tokens.
No, I'm okay.
So the smell of incense is fainter here, or not fainter, I should say. With the censure. So it's like you're almost following behind one of the one of the group.
Start that over. You actually froze about 2/3 to 1/3 of
Oh
that
yeah,
sentence.
I saw my internet dropped. Anyway, so you notice that the scent of incense is stronger here, but it's dying off, as if you're following behind one of the groups with them. So yeah. Also to the south here is a very large iron door.
At midnight,
Hmm?
there's a door. Wonder what's behind it.
I actually kind of found this really nice spell in one of my recent books. I was wondering if maybe I could test it out here. I want to try to find a trap.
I point at the door.
She very quietly goes to the door
Mm-hmm.
and casts Find Traps. Boop.
There are no traps, but this door is really locked. And you almost get a sense that the key to unlock it is possibly on the other side.
Rivik's newest, not level 5, but level 4 psionic sphere has knock, and I use it.
Oh, okay. How does that work?
It's the same as the knock spell, except you're using psionic telekinesis.
It's been a while since I read Knock, so
Does it
let's
still
pull
make
it up.
this super loud noise that knock
I
makes?
also
find out.
have Knock, actually.
oh, you both
Yeah, I
have
figured
Knock.
I'd
All
let
right.
you save your slots, though, since
Yeah.
you just burned a spell.
Yeah, Knock. Choose an object that you can see within range. Object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or any other object that contains a mundane or magical means to prevent access. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred if the object has multiple locks or only one of them is unlocked. You can choose a target that is held shut with arcane lock. That spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally.
Yes,
When
Steve.
you cast the spell, a
It
loud
does.
knock audible from as far away as 300 feet
Holy
emanates
shit.
from the target object. So if we use this knock,
Oh, it's too late. Rivik pulls the dungeon.
Oh,
Oh, God.
jeez.
yeah, everyone literally is hearing this noise right now.
Mhm.
So the sonar just went off that everybody just heard.
Damn it, I should have cast silence. Shit.
If Rivik was Deadpool, he'd look at the rest of you and go, "Finally, a challenge."
I should have cast silence before you did that. My bad. I'm not smart.
Okay. So you hear just, and it just echoes through the entire freaking dungeon. Even probably more so because it's so, the walls are only 10 foot tall and it's very narrow. So that happens. The door just ka-chunk unlocks. But yeah, something might be happening here soon.
Soon.
I don't like that.
No.
What do you guys do?
When will then be now?
Soon.
Rivik takes up position in front of the door and lets the party go see what's inside.
Yeah, it's actually, I think I would also want to take a defensive position so I can guard everyone's flank.
Well,
Okay.
I was going to take a position because I am dressed like a cultist.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, you and Midnight are actually both dressed like cultists,
Then
so
me and Rivik should go in, shouldn't we?
But I want to pull the dungeon, Steve.
Yeah, but they get to do the cool, I'm totally occultists.
we're cultists.
Is that gonna work out well? I mean, Midnight does talk about her god a lot.
yeah, I'm gonna have
So,
to think about that one.
say,
I mean, she'll just try really hard to be quiet.
could you do, like, yes, we worship our god, and then you, like, cough under your breath the actual name of your god?
Oh, even better. I want to cast silence onto myself and just pretend I'm a mute. And I sacrificed my tongue in worship of the devil, like the demon gods or whatever.
Fair enough. You can try that. Cool. So what's your
That's what
guys'
I'm gonna
plan,
do.
real quick? Steve, you said you're taking up a defensive position.
No, since I know now that they have the cultist uniform, and that's probably the better call for what's happening. I'll tell Rivik we should trust them to get us out of this.
If you really want to stand here, which I know you do, I will, and I take off the mask. You may have it.
Oh, I don't think I could lie to cultists. They're still people. They have to be served justice to their face.
Sean, one of our Prime subscribers has awarded you 3 advantage rolls for the rest of the evening.
Jeez.
What?
Fucked.
Why, Jay Googleplex? I thought we were buddies, man.
He's getting his money's worth.
All right, cool.
Everybody in chat, subscribers, they can directly influence this game pretty dramatically. So,
All right, cool. So, who's going in the room and who's staying outside? And what do you want your NPCs to do?
I am going in the room. My suggestion is anyone not a cultist comes in the room and hides so that they can try to defuse the situation.
Okay.
It's just my suggestion.
Anybody else?
Kethra,
I will agree with this plan. I just need one other person with me because I'm gonna make myself mute just so that I don't say anything. But also it'll be within a 20 foot range, so they won't hear the rest of the party just in case they knock something over or anything either.
they won't hear me
Rivik.
talking to them either.
Rivik leveled up with the rest of the party last session and can do things he couldn't do before. He steps to the side and fades away.
All right, cool. So you're invisible. Kethra,
But in
what
the
do you do?
hallway.
Right. I see you.
Kethra's in disguise.
How can you see him? He's invisible.
In the hallway.
Ogma sees all.
I'm sorry, Kethra. What did you say?
So she's in disguise as well, so she'll stay out in the hallway.
All right, cool. So you want everybody else in your party inside?
Yeah. Everybody
Oh,
Okay.
goes out.
Slobber Chops has to go in the room too, for his
Right.
safety.
If we even know what's in this room. I mean, we could have just
So,
Well, there's something in the room,
yeah,
Yes.
there's definitely something in the room.
but I made that decision before I knew this.
So, we'll do this in 2 parts. So, Steve, you're the actual only player that has gone inside. So here's what happens.
Cool.
As soon as you walk inside, you see a very elderly looking man, probably in not very elderly. It's like in his mid 50s, I guess you could say. And as you walk in, Mortlock sort of takes his position up against the door and he sort of turns, he's like, "My gods, what was that noise?" And then as soon as he speaks, you hear Rhea go, "Thaddeus, is that you?" And she walks up to him. She's like, "I've been looking for you. Like, what are you doing here?"
You know him?
Yes, this is the man. This is Thaddeus Krieg. He is my city's spiritual leader. Did the Van Thampiers take you prisoner? He's just like, "Oh yes, child. Oh yes, I was outside the city at the time when it sank into the ground, and I was on a retreat for our great gods, and yes, the city sank, and I'm so glad you're here. You can get me out of here, correct? Like this they took me prisoner. It's horrible."
Do I need to make an insight roll on this guy?
You do, but I'd like you to make a perception roll first.
You're mean. Yep. That's about right. Yep.
Get the fuck
Oh
out.
my god.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you may make an insight roll at disadvantage.
12. However, I'll burn that inspiration you gave me to get a D6.
I will allow it.
Okay. So that's gonna give me 17.
17? Okay.
Music.
Something went wrong
Shit.
with the view, Steve. I can only see fine traps.
You can only see what?
The dice roller got weird and scrolled up.
Is it still the case?
Nope, it refreshed. You're good.
Okay. Odd.
Bounced up for a second. That was weird.
Oh, it
got,
might have been because I had to pull up the additional roller.
Right.
to
Okay.
shift to the screen. Yep.
Yeah.
Production live.
Yay!
Steve, I'm sorry, you rolled a 17?
17 insight. Yeah.
Okay, so I also I burned one of my 3 on Steve to force him to do a disadvantage. I also just burned a second one to try to outsmart this guy, but I got crap rolls, so I only got one of those left. Just
You hear that, J3 billion? Ha! Ha!
So I appreciate the help. It's not great.
You can't beat the paladin.
I cannot. So, Rayland.
Hi.
This guy, you're not good with the social distinctions and sort of like picking up on social cues, but you do realize that you caught this guy like, I mean, this is like you just caught your grandfather jerking off to like, porn in the corner.
Oh,
but
God.
It's not that like, but it's that sort of situation like, oh shit, oh God, oh, close down the computer, oh, I was just looking at
He's throwing a blanket on really quick.
Yeah, put a blanket on. So like, he's not telling the truth about anything that he just said.
Okay.
But he's lying as hard as he can to this person who recognizes him and knows him and
I know
would
I know her name starts with an R, but my brain is only
it's
grabbing...
Rhea.
It's Rhea.
Her name is Rhea Mantlemore.
Kept going to Rivik, and I knew that was Tyler's character. Rhea?
Do you have a crush? Does Raylan have a crush on Rivik? I mean, is that why you can't stop thinking about him? I mean, it's okay if you do.
Who wouldn't? He's a giant...
Obviously.
I'm telling Vendetta.
I mean,
in
okay.
Vendetta and Raylan, I'm open to all possibilities.
Let's do this. All right. I'm going to step forward one space. Rhea. Rhea. Take a step back.
And she's like, yes?
You should take a step back, I think.
But what? I don't understand. What are you getting at? This is my cultural leader. This is the man I've been searching for. I understand. He possibly holds the keys and answers to what happened to my city.
I understand, and I know this is a very important moment for you, but something seems off about this. I don't.
What? No. I trust this man.
I know you do, and trust can be twisted and used against you. As an outside perspective, I think we should use caution.
She sort of looks at you. Do you have persuasion?
Yes.
Okay.
The music hit right when you rolled that. That was perfect.
A 22.
So
nice.
You have interacted with this woman. You've shared in battles with her. You took her in when she needed help, and she takes a step back towards you. And so you kind of get the feeling that you've broken through with her, and she looks at Thavius with discerning eyes. To our heroes outside, a group of cultists come running up from the top, and then you Rivik, you hear another set of footsteps like splashing and clanking against the area on your side, but they're not close just yet. So they come approach you, and they look at you, Kethra, and they're like, what was that noise?
Mental blast to Kethra. They're coming from all sides.
I nod as both of them speak to me at the same time. I dropped my censor.
Delivered with Rivik's deadpan. I approve.
Roll deception at advantage.
That is amazing.
That was amazing.
The dumber the lie, the more likely to succeed.
Yes! 22.
They all kind of look at you and they're like, wow, that was really loud.
We are in an underground cavern. Things echo.
That sort of makes sense. And about that time,
Why did you
Two
leave
other
your
cultists. We heard a noise, so we thought we'd come running. We'd come check it out. And then another. What? Why did I leave out? And then at about that time, from the eastern tunnel, two cultists come running up and like, "Oh, what was that noise?"
I dropped my sensor.
Kethra has
That
advantage.
was really loud.
Kethra has advantage on her next roll, so just a heads up. That's courtesy of Seasong.
All right.
So
So they look at you and they're like, "Where is your sensor?"
I told you I
It's in
dropped.
the water. You said that.
They sort of.
It's full of
Well,
piss
go
water
fi-
now. I'm not getting it.
And they just kind of look at you and they're like,
I dropped it. It went into the water and it probably floated downstream.
"You there? You. Where's your sensor?"
She's
They
been
point at
mind
midnight.
by one of the demons. She doesn't know what's going on.
She's what?
She's been mind blasted by one of the demons in the earlier chamber. She doesn't know
She's
what's
been
going
blessed.
on. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
She just kind of
Oh.
looks around and then just kind of stares like in the distance, like how she like normally look. Her eyes just like unfocused. She just kind of like,
They notice that you're Tabaxi. Like, I didn't realize that Tabaxi was in there. This is interesting. And they just start rattling off questions of like, what did you do? Like, we want to be blessed as well. Like, how can we want to know what you did to like get the divine fire and the divine infernal fires inside of what and they're just rattling off all these questions.
and as they're asking all these questions, because I
Right.
didn't do it, I speak in Infernal
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh,
them.
okay. What do you say?
I say, I have been blessed by offering my firstborn.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been blessed by offering my firstborn, but I say it in Infernal. So hopefully
goodness.
only like one of them understands me.
They actually you can tell the two from the eastern side actually understand. They both understand, and they start asking you even more questions and just pestering you with more questions. At this point, the other two guys have just kind of like lost interest and start walking away and like, well, we'll continue on our rounds. Sure. Don't drop your sensor. There's more in the room if you need them. So, sure.
Thank you.
But these two guys, they're just like really pestering you and just like they're really, because they're fanatical about being cultists. So they're like, so did
What
you
are they
do this?
fanatical about?
Yeah. They're fanatical about being cultists.
You know that one of the first things that the demon lords hate are questions.
Roll an intimidation.
Oh, wait, I cast guidance.
If you do that, they'll see it because you can't do that.
Have advantage.
Yeah, and he does have advantage. So
Okay. Never mind then.
Oof.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Wow, that was really spot on there.
How does a 15 or a 15?
Wait, you also had. Oh, I know. Never mind. I was gonna say you had advantage, but it's 15 over 15. What was their question again?
They didn't. He was
was trying to
Scold
dissuade
them?
them from questions.
Oh, okay.
they're like they're not frightened by you, but they sort of back down and they take it quiet. But they look at you discerningly and they're like, continue on your post.
You as well.
And they move further down the hallway. Back to the vaults. Rayland.
I let out a small fart in your side.
Oh my
Kethra,
god. Why?
Kethra, you're welcome. The temptation to fight going out of character with Rivik and making them all drop their sensors was immense.
It was pretty awesome.
So, Rayland, you're in this
Yes.
room with Thavius Krieg, and you kind of see him like leaning against something, and he's trying to hide something behind him. At this point, I'm not going to make you roll, but like, it's a shield, and it looks like he has like a couple scrolls on it, and like he's sort of like trying to figure things out with it. So, he's just like, yes, so Rhea, my Hellrider, take me to the surface and free me from my bonds,
You're not
won't you?
dealing with Rhea right now.
But
Step forward
I-
one. You're talking with
Ooh.
me.
Oh, such confidence.
I mean, it's all that cake, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be confident with that cake.
What do you have
He just
behind
kind of
your
looks
back?
at you. Nothing. It's just they gave me some old papers to interpret, and I was reading them because
Mm.
they're in Infernal, and I can read that. So that just seemed to make sense that they would make me do that. Yes.
The cult dedicated to the Dead Three, who I assume all study Infernal, kidnapped you, held you prisoner,
Yes.
but gave you
Right.
access to documents to transcribe for them,
Because
outside
they can't
of-
read them.
outside of any confinements and no guards.
Well, the door was locked, was it not?
From the inside.
Outside?
No, it had to be from the outside. You can't lock a door from the inside. That makes no sense at all.
Rivik appears behind him when he grabs the shield, straps it to his back, and walks out of the room.
Wait, no, no! Rivik will deal with you in a second.
Wait, hold on, what?
Rivik was invisible still. I walked in the room, walked around him, picked up the evil demon shield Sean said we easily saw he was covering, strapped it to my back, and walked out to trip him up for you. So now you can definitely accuse him. I took the thing he's hiding.
Right.
Rivik, you should kill him and get his power. You should do this thing.
Okay.
Do it.
I want to do it.
So I have now seen the shield float out from behind him?
No, when I interacted with it, invisibility stopped because it's basic invisibility.
Okay. So you're now standing there holding the shield.
Nope.
No, I strap it to my back and leave the room to freak this guy out.
Ah,
I walk in,
no!
I take his shit, and I leave.
That was mine. I was using. I was no, I was not using that. Why was I using that?
Gotcha.
I wouldn't be using that.
Thavius, sit down.
I'd rather not.
Don't,
Sure, I will
don't-
sit down.
I don't believe my.
I sit down. He sits in like the only chair that's there.
There's a desk, right?
Yeah.
I want to move around and check to make sure he's not doing anything behind the desk.
Like pulling out a revolver.
A rapier or a scroll of power word kill. I don't know.
Yeah. No, he's not like. Give me a perception check. No, give me an insight.
15.
Nice. Okay. So you're thinking this all through your head, and you're really trying to like think about sort of getting the information from this guy. And you get he was a cleric, and he would have worshipped somebody of the good faiths, but he's in this cult area. He's studying cult-like things. He's
Mhm.
studying infernal and demonic materials. Like something's not up. And like a cleric would be able to cast spells.
Unless they lost their connection with their god.
Because Midnight talks about this all the time and has a lot tonight. So that kind of triggers in your head.
That he
That's-
can cast spells,
He should be able to cast spells, yes.
but he hasn't.
He's lost his
He
faith.
has not. He hasn't had a reason to, but if a cleric has lost this connection or is no longer of the faith that he was, the god will no longer empower him, just as Ilmanter
Perfect.
empowers you.
I'll stand over him. Thavius,
Mhm.
there's obviously an incredibly easy way to prove that you are still who Rhea knew you as.
Yes, I'm still her spiritual leader.
Of course.
I will do everything in my power to bring back the city of Ethereal.
Absolutely. And
Right.
and put
Yes, of course.
and put any questions of this to rest and show us the power of your god flowing through you.
Yes, of course. You look hurt. Let me heal you.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
No,
Just
no, you do.
Just a simple spell that requires no true effort.
So he looks around and he
touch
just,
me and I'm gonna pound your face in.
he looks around and he grabs a candle real quick. He's like, "Ah, I've created lights."
Does he try to light it or like?
Yeah, and
is it a prestidigitation or is it actually like I'm lighting this candle? But
so,
like Matt, like
you can see he tried to spark something as he tried to spark the wick, and he's just like, and it sort of flames a little bit and then goes out, and he's just like, oh, it's because the demons and the infernalness, the darkness in here, it impedes my powers, it impedes my connection to my god.
I look to
Bullshit.
Rhea, who is also a paladin, right?
No, she's just a knight. But
Then I look to Rhea, and I look down at my sword that I have put a Monitor's power into, and I tell her, this place cannot disrupt the connection between a devotee to their god. No power can do that.
She kind of looks at you, looks at him, looks at you.
Rivik telepathically contacts her and says, "Where's his holy symbol?"
You're unable to reach because your head is just filled with you should go in and kill him. You should go in and get his power. You should get him. You should.
Rivik says it out loud.
He's like, no, my holy symbol's here, and it's a holy symbol of Thorm. But she rushes up and just draws him up out of his chair, and she's like, "What have you done?" And just shakes him violently, and then tosses him back in the chair. And she sort of walks away, just has a moment, and he's just
seeing that he is a corrupted version of a cleric, which is kind of a distant cousin to a paladin. That stepbrother you don't get along with too well. I'll draw my sword. Has it been less than an hour? Do I still have the magic sword on it?
I don't think it's been an hour yet, no.
Okay. I'll draw my sword and just kind of hold it out in front of Thavius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Burn it into him.
He kind of leans away and he's just like, if you kill me, I will find you.
Really?
But he'd be dead.
So you know where your soul goes when you die?
I know where my soul goes. Do you know where yours goes?
I have no questions at all. The one thing I don't have questions about.
Strike me down.
Mic drop.
More powerful. What?
Raylan just mic dropped, yo.
Can
Thavius.
Midnight hear what's going on, or is she still just out in the hallway keeping watch?
You cannot. I mean, the door's still open, so you can kind of hear a muffled conversation going on. And at this time, Rhea draws her greatsword and just presses it up against his neck, and is just like, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't." And he just looks at her and is like, "Do what you will. Send me quicker to my gods."
That escalated quickly.
We kind of need him alive, though, don't we?
Maybe.
That
We can get
Up to you.
information out of them.
Thavius,
Yes,
we know that that's what you truly want.
it is.
There's a lot more we can do with these weapons than just kill you.
Is there any kind of like thrust himself on her sword and is now bleeding out the neck?
Lay on hands. 1 point.
You pull him out of and then like lay on hands him. He's
Well,
just
1
like,
point.
For 1
God
point.
damn it! And you can, yeah, you can actually have an inspiration point for that because that's pretty quick thinking with that. He's on the brink of death at this point. Like you'd really have to like.
I will grab
Spare the
him.
dying.
I'll grab him by the like by his cloak or.
No, just
whatever.
bring Midnight into the room. Spare the dying.
I'll grab him and I will pull him close and I will say, I can keep you alive for as long as I want. Your gods can do nothing against the holy power of a monitor to keep you right here in this mortal coil. You're stuck with us. Congratulations.
Am I?
Raylan's pretty dark right now, man.
Yeah.
Actually, no. This is super lawful good.
And
Can I knock him out? Is he like a? Is he gonna put
you
up
could
a
knock him
fight?
out if you wanted to. No, he doesn't really like fighting for himself. So
Then I'll
no.
clonk him upside the head with the pommel.
Mm-hmm.
Manacle him with the one of 30 manacles we have apparently.
And Rhea looks at you and she's like, he deserves nothing better than death for what he's done.
And he'll get it in time. A righteous death. One that honors the lawful gods. And hopefully will keep his soul from where he wants it to go. Death will be on our terms, not his.
Portlock walks up, sort of like pulls him up over his shoulders like, I got this. It's asshole.
Who is this?
Portlock.
Mortlock. Got it. Thank you.
Can we lock him in the dungeons like that we were just out of? Or is that too far away?
He's pretty low hit points at this spell, so he would just try to constantly kill himself now since he's been found out.
So manacle his hands and his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Mortlock will carry him. Does he have an unholy symbol on him?
No, he doesn't. He just sort of like handed over his city to hell and
Jeez.
didn't get much out of it yet.
What a loser.
Right?
So you have all the papers and stuff that he had with him. Unless they actually are in Infernal, but you see that instead of reading them, he was writing them. So unless you understand it, there's not much else that you could get out of it.
Midnight can
I was gonna
read.
say, I know other people in the party do. I do not read Infernal. But then kind of as it's all breaking down and the other characters are coming in, I'm gonna kind of drop out of that headspace that Raylan was able to get into, seeing someone corrupted like that, going from cleric to just evil. Just be like, oh geez, whoa, oh god, that was intense. Okay.
Midnight walks into the room just as he's like talking about stuff being intense. Oh, you guys had an orgy or something in here?
Also, I took the shield for a reason, Sean. I activate the power set I haven't had to use yet, and now I'm resistant to psychic energy, and when necessary, I can throw up to a +5 bonus to any save I make against it. Fuck that shield. It has no effect on my mind.
It still can talk to you, but its influence is a lot less at these
but it
point.
ain't blocking my powers.
Right. No,
that
it's
shield.
not. It's not even trying to. It says like, if you free the Hidden Lord, you will free a great celestial being, and I could help you get the city back, but you must take me to the 9 hells.
I'm the
There, I
hardest
can do
lawful
my
neutral
work.
there ever was. There is no reply from me.
Yeah, it's a good thing Midnight's not there, because she would totally be talking that shield and would be convinced that she gets to meet Ogman.
Cool. So, that's the scene at this point. So you have Thavius Krieg's lunk of a body with you at the moment. Mortlock's carrying him, and you have the rest of this dungeon to try to figure out. And what do you guys do?
Can I read these notes and all that stuff?
You could, and do you?
So
I can. I would like to.
before you read those, though, this door. Once you cast
Mhm.
knock on something, can you yourself or mechanically lock it again, or is the lock basically busticated?
It just
No, you can
unlocks
lock it
it, it
again.
doesn't
It just
break it.
unlocks, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't break anything.
Then, if this is a pretty secure door, can we lock ourselves in here and kind of camp here and recover what we need to, and kind of just hang out, read these notes, and
That would actually be really smart because I think they're under the assumption that the guy, Thaddeus, is still in the room doing his business
exactly, yeah.
and they don't suspect anything. So they would assume if the door is locked that he's just still doing his business.
I would, yeah, that
Sure.
seems the case. Like they kind of just gave
You
him
talking
this
about a
room.
long rest or a short rest?
I would request a long one if we have the time.
Ill-advised, but okay.
Ill-advised? Okay, then short rest.
An 8-hour nap in a dungeon.
You have to take long rests in dungeons to get through them. especially this early. I run through spell slots real quick.
So at this point, Phallister comes up. A couple things happen. You realize that this was described as a vault, and there are 8 different coffers laying around here. And Phallister looks at you and is like, "Oh, that idiots! That stupid, crusty old farts." So now we just need to find the Van Dampulator in this cult. There might be secret doors somewhere, some way, possibly in the Grand Chamber. I think maybe if we can make our way there, we get in this all. Now that we have Thaddeus, then we're almost done. We're all but done here.
Where is this Grand Chamber?
I can lead you there. It's north. If you head north and then head east, you'll find a large double doors there. We might have alerted the guard. I don't know yet, but those annoying patrols might stumble upon us. But yes, if we can get in there, and we might be able to find the ladyship herself.
Excellent. In a moment, I toss Raylan an apple. Sit down. You look like you need to catch your wind.
So you're also in a room full of stuff. So who's writing stuff down?
Me
I
and
am writing stuff down.
yes.
Okay.
Us two.
So the first coffer contains 30 electrum ingots worth 10 gold pieces each. Coffers 2,
300
3,
gold. Got it.
coffers 2, 3, and 4 each contain 100 gold pieces.
4. Okay.
Okay.
Coffer 5 contains 2 pieces of a broken what looks to be a ceremonial dagger. Does anybody speak and read Draconic?
Yes.
So you kind of like tink them together, and you kind of see that the in Draconic script, there's a bone hilt that's wrapped in like leather strips, and it's studded with gemstones, and it says the word Fang in Draconic on it. You're pretty sure that if you were able to just cast Mending on this, you would actually get the whole thing back together. And
Okay.
if you assess that, it's worth 250 gold pieces.
Okay.
But roll an insight on that.
Oh, I don't have that.
Pull the other inspiration for a 13.
Yeah. You get the feeling that you've already run into some Dragon Horde pieces. This is also probably from Tiamat's Horde. This particular dagger. Coffer
I look at
6 and
Kethra.
7.
I look at Kethra and mentally say, "Don't tell the cat," and we put that one away quietly.
Nice.
Definitely.
Coffer
Good job,
6
guys.
and 7 both contain 100 platinum pieces.
Whoa.
2,000 gold. Got it. Okay.
Coffer 8 contains 20 azurite gemstones worth 10 gold pieces each. Those are also, you get the feeling that these are also stolen from Tiamat's Horde.
Oh, separate those. Okay. 200 gold worth of Tiamat gems. Okay.
Cool. And there you go. couple times, like Rayo walks over and just sort of like slaps Thavius. She's just so freaking angry at this point.
Mood.
But she kind of gets herself out of it and just keeps her distance from him. Otherwise, she's probably just going to try to run him through again.
That is 650's worth of gold, safe gold pieces each.
Wow.
In a
650 each?
650 in assorted currency each. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So what do I learn?
Sean will just let you write down assorted currency. He's not that picky.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, the specifics. And
What do I learn? What do I learn? What do I learn?
oh, right, you were going to read the infernal stuff. So you actually get the notes of Thavius Krieg, and he's talking about the shield of the Hidden Lord, which Rivik is currently carrying, and he's been speaking with the devil inside, and he calls it Gargauth, and it's imprisoned inside the shield. The fiend is actually imprisoned inside the shield, and it's been in Baldur's Gate for so long that he has concluded that the shield is responsible for much of the rampant avarice and malice in Baldur's Gate. Just its influence alone is causing darkness to fall upon the city, and he feels like, given time, that if this thing sits here long enough and just does its thing, that Baldur's Gate will sink into Avernus as well, as just like Ethereal did.
You share that with Rivik.
Yes.
I walk back in. Well, I walk over to Raylan because we're closed in here. I'm like, want to smite it? Want to save the city?
Yes.
I lay that bitch down on a coffer.
All right,
One
so we're
second.
smiting the shield.
Before the short rest.
That's
Yes.
probably wise. Okay.
Midnight is like somewhat protesting, like not verbally, because she wants to ask a bajillion questions and a half to the demon, but she also knows that her own curiosity will end up getting her killed in this situation, so she just kind of keeps herself quiet.
Are you going to
Yeah, I
smite
was
me?
chaotically aligned to things I would tell you. Yeah, the demon says that they only eat cherries made in a specific orchard from another continent. It's really weird. But I do
So
not, because I am not chaotic.
At one point, the shield actually had a very like celestial motif to it, but the influence of the demon has just caused it to like warp and twist and just this. It's like something you'd find in Diablo, basically. It just looks hellish and dark and evil. Yeah.
Raylan, are you going to smite this thing?
Yeah, so if it's being laid down and ready, like I wasn't just sure if anyone was going to truly protest me hacking this thing apart.
No, I just want to know ahead of time.
Oh yes.
Then I can protection from evil on you.
Okay. Wouldn't mind that.
You still got an inspiration, right, Raylan?
No, I used it on the one of them. Insight, I think.
I do. I have one left. I will use this to assist Raylan in his smiting.
I also wish to cast Shield of Faith on Raylan to protect him, and it gives him a +2 bonus to his AC.
Okay.
Due to
So-
I
any
will also
damage he
cast
might get.
Bless on myself
And the room.
and everyone except
I'm gonna
Rivet.
GM help you. Don't waste your spells. So two things
Okay.
happen.
Okay.
Rivik, as you set this down and you encourage Raylan to destroy it, you feel highly conflicted despite how peaceful and attuned you are being a psychic monk. Give me a charisma save.
Oh.
Good enough. You really
Good
don't want to
enough.
see this. You really don't want to see this shield destroyed, but like you sort of squash the compulsion to
There's
like
no sort
deny
of
that
about
action.
it. I'm a scion. Fuck that shield.
You can say that and you can try that, but the shield really kind of attached. Actually, it doesn't like you because you can resist it.
That's
But
correct.
it's trying to influence you as much as possible because you are the current owner of the shield, so to speak. So as
Midnight would
Raylan
fail.
tries to bring his sword down upon it and just without casting spells or anything, just calls upon his god's power, his sword lights up and turns into flame and smashes against it. And all you hear is like, ting!
Yeah. Damn. Not. Is there even a mark?
No, you don't do anything to it.
Raylan puts it, or Rivik, wow. Rivik puts it back on and says, okay, let's go kill this woman so that we can take this out of the city.
I hate you.
Who said that?
I hope Asmodeus himself licks your brain hole as he rips your skull off.
Far out of the city.
Midnight has a question.
Yes.
Can she lick the shield?
Oh, no.
Sure, she can if she want if Rivik will allow it.
She just wants to know what a demonic shield tastes like.
Tastes like
Rivik.
brass.
Rivik tells her no.
All right, okay. So you don't know that it tastes like brass.
She is disappointed. Can she lick Thaddeus?
If nobody stops you,
Rivik tells her yes.
She licks Thaddeus's cheek. He tastes bitter.
he tastes bitter, salty, and kind of like if you've ever had that like chunky, chewy, like fatty piece of meat, that's kind of what he tastes like.
But I like the chewy, fatty piece of steak. The
Right, but
gristle
it's like that
tastes
really like
amazing.
shitty one where like it's mostly like that hard, tendony, like fatty stuff. There's barely any like meat to it. That's what he tastes like a really overcooked steak.
Oh, I normally
Yeah.
like the taste of gristle.
Yeah,
It's well
and he's like that bad. That there's like two sides to the gristle. There's like the good side and the bad side. He's the bad side of gristle.
Ew. She marks it down in her notes, and then she looks at Rhea and says, "Can I like you? I want to know what sadness tastes like for research."
Wow.
She kind of looks at you weird and just like, sure.
Yay! She just
Wow.
licks Rhea on the hand.
Sadness tastes like old blueberry pie.
Old blueberry
does.
pie tastes good.
But it's like been left out maybe for like a day. So like
Right.
everything's a
Why it
little
tastes good.
overly congealed,
And warm,
you know.
so like not
warm.
that great.
Like the sugar's really way too soaked in and like, you know, just it had a really bad, poorly made crust. Like it's not.
I feel like
There was
Sean's
no-
being unnecessarily mean to blueberry pie.
No, I love blueberry pie, but sometimes somebody just can't make a blueberry pie correctly and it's just sad.
It's very
Rivik starts heading for this evil queen.
So yeah, everybody can take a short rest. So do your thing with whatever that happens with short rests. And Mortlock carries Thaddeus out. Rhea keeps her distance and actually keeps up with you, Rivik, because she just wants to stay as far away as possible from killing Thaddeus.
I
Ballister's
actually
kind of-
engage her in polite conversation and act like I give a crap about her.
Damn.
I genuinely feel bad about this because I feel like this is what would happen if Raylan betrayed me.
Oh, damn.
But Raylan would never do that.
Exactly, but it happened to her, so I am sympathetic.
So, yeah. Fauster kind of like whispers to you, like he's like, take it right here.
You should take a left.
I pause until I'm sure the rest of the players are ready. Oh, they are. I should have looked.
Well,
To the right.
No, I mean I was doing my hit points for the short rest, and I don't think I actually get anything back on short rests. So, oops.
Oh wait, how injured are you?
Do we count that smite as wasted that failed?
Which smite?
The one on the shield.
Oh, I told him not to spend anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
How injured are you, Raylan?
Oh no, I'm back to full.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I could just like heal you.
Short
no.
rest, you can spend hit points.
Yeah, on
or
a short
hit
rest,
dice.
you can roll one of your hit die to regain hit points. So I got all my hit points back.
Okay.
We're going right.
Yeah.
Yes, you go
I
right.
thought okay, we're listening to the sword?
Because
It's not the sword, it's our guide.
Oh, why was he whispering?
He's been whispering to me the whole time when we're in the hallways to be sneaky.
Yeah, he's
It's
just the
weird.
sneaky guy. So the door is right here. So you can position yourself up against the door however you so choose.
breaching formation, right?
Yes, because I'm gonna kick it open.
Okay, I'm on the far side.
I'm in the
Kick
back.
it open.
I'm squishy.
Not yet. First, I'm gonna let Kethra and Midnight get where they want to be, and then I'll kick it open.
Not cool, Jade Googleplex.
What did he say?
Lay on
Okay.
hands. The paladin touched himself. He's fine now.
Yeah, that sounds right. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
17.
Oh my god.
16.
16,
14.
14.
Where?
We're at the bottom. Look under survival on the sheet.
Look.
So, like, yeah.
11s.
Yours is
11
11. Oh, you're a charisma.
Oh, and
character.
Slobberchops has a passive of 15.
You're still better than him at this point. So you actually hear a chanting murmur, like a very low murmur coming from on the other side of the door, and it sounds like chanting.
Oh, fun.
Does it sound like Galima?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Although it's like, actually, give me a perception check since you brought it up.
Okay. What?
Just sounds like muttering to you. Anybody else try to like to listen to the door?
Sure.
Me.
Damn.
24.
And what do you get, Raylan?
Not as much.
Not as much. So
I just thought of a thing I should have done last time. Shit.
Midnight, you actually hear you pick up on one very distinct word. The rest of it's just kind of gibberish cultist stuff, but you hear repeated often Zariel. And then you pick up also another word, blood war. But those are the only two like distinct. The rest of it's just cultist gibberish. But those are like the only two words that are like really that stand out, and they're sort of linked together, and they're basically offering praise upon the Archdevil Zariel for her tireless effort to win the blood war. And that's like a very distinctive phrase that gets repeated over and over and over amongst other sort of cultist gibberish.
Oh, fun.
Midnight whispers that to me, and I nod at her and thank her, and then I kick the door open.
Okay.
Okay.
So, 2 rows of tall wrought iron candlesticks light this vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. A 7-foot tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a longsword stands atop a dais to the south. A 6-foot tall fiend bristling with spines stands west of the statue, glaring at 4 black-robed cultists who kneel and chant in the middle of the room, their faces hidden behind golden devil masks. 9 tapestries depicting the layers of the 9 hells adorn the walls. And I imagine...
I mind thrust the nearest cultist.
Yeah, we'll say that you guys surprised the hell out of him. So you each get 1 round before we dive into this. So
Intelligence save on spiky helmet.
Intelligence save on spiky helmets. So upon the guy at the very far south.
No, spiky helmet cultist closest to me.
Oh,
Doesn't matter
closest
which.
one. He's dead.
Jeez. Can I rush one of them and hack away?
Sure. You can engage the closest one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then stab.
Stab. He's dead. Oh, he's not, but he is. So it's fine.
Okay.
Get advantage for being sneaky or surprise.
Sure.
Rhea is going to go up.
Gotta clear those mooks, Steve. Gotta clear those mooks.
Oh yeah,
Real
yeah.
fight for the real fight.
For the...
There's that dude. I need.
Sea song? That's amazing. Now I'm singing it in my head.
Oh,
It's just a step to the left,
Is it a jump to the right?
and then a jump to the right,
All right.
Are we putting our hands on our hips?
and mind thrusting.
Squeeze our
you
knees
dip.
in tight. And then a mind thrust. which
Kethra,
drives
what do you do?
everyone insane.
What side of the room was the angel on?
The angel is a statue, and it is at the very far end.
Like behind everybody or along one of the walls?
The angel is right here.
Oh, cool.
Why? What was your thought?
I was gonna run up on it.
I mean, I'll say you can. If what are you gonna do?
I mean, an angel. I am a fallen angel. Angels do better together. It's too far for me. So, is this individual in front of Rhea still walking?
This guy right here. Yeah, he's still up.
Not anymore.
Ooh, bold words.
Pow pow. Maybe.
Cool. Give me 1 second. I got a lot of shit on my screen right now. 13 hits. So yeah, what's the damage?
12 force.
12. Yeah, that guy's not looking so great.
Okay, then the other one goes right at him again.
Okay. I imagine if you don't. Yeah, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. It's all cool. That guy's dead.
Just
And
killing everything.
Midnight. What do you want
get
your
an
action to
NPC
be?
Kill.
Well, I was originally going to cast ceremony so that I can do atonement on Thaddeus to get him on our side so that he can go back to his original alignment and then have his god help us kick these dudes' asses.
That
But
takes like
then
4 hours, so no.
Yes, but aside from that, I also realized that the person has to be willing to undergo the ceremony.
Yeah, that would be another problem.
And Midnight's all about consent.
Yeah, that guy's he's a little far gone, so what do you want to do since these guys just rushed the room?
Let's see. I want to give Cass. Wait, who is it that has disadvantage? Is it Steve's character, Raylan?
No, he doesn't have disadvantage right now.
Have advantage.
Okay. I want to cast guidance on Kethra.
Okay, cool.
So the folks at home can read it.
Okay.
So yeah. And then that's that's it, right? Or can I do another thing? I can do another
Nope,
thing.
that's
right?
it. I need everybody's initiative rolls.
Uh-oh.
God damn it. Why did it do that?
I'll take it. No! Put it back! Put it back!
Yeah, some high numbers today.
Oh, come on.
Oh, hey! Not the worst roll for Braylon ever.
Ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Poor Raya.
What is going on? These initiative
Wait.
roll.
I still get a +2 on my initiative, right? It's on all thingies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's technically an 11.
Yeah, that makes minus 16, Sean, if it changes anything.
Not ultimately.
And mine would
Making it 11.
'cause I
Is
didn't.
it being 11?
Is this the Temple of Zariel?
This is the Temple of Zariel.
Mine's now at a 7, so wow.
Wait, we're in a temple to Zariel right now?
Yeah, you're fighting Zariel. This
Yeah, I
is the end of the
apologize
game.
for spoiling that with the music. So this is the spine.
No,
devil,
I
not
actually
a-
mentioned her name, and
You did.
it's come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mentioned
So
the
the-
name. I just didn't realize it was an actual temple to her.
So this is the actual spine devil fight then.
Yes, this is the Spine Devil fight.
Thank you.
Barb Devil. Sorry.
Whoa!
Wait. is it-
No, not
Okay.
Barb Devil. This is the Spine Devil.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the boss one, right? On it, music playing.
Oh,
Ignore
no,
me.
it's the same character. Never mind. Same thing. Cool. Did I pull up the wrong? No, there's 2 of these things in here. My bad. Cool. All right, rock on. Let's go. Raylan, it's your turn.
Really? Sweet. 5, 15, 20, 25. So I'm going to go through Rhea, avoiding the Cult Fanatics melee range, and come up on the Devil Man.
Okay.
And this would have been the reason why the long rest would have really helped, so I could have my 2nd level spells back. Okay. I will once again cast Divine Favor, since, or no. Sorry. Nope, I can't cast Magic Weapon again.
I can!
Okay, that'll be really helpful going forward. Yeah, I'm gonna Divine Smite.
Smite.
It's a 24 hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. You know what? I just remembered something. I'm level 5. I'm a dum-dum. Guess who
You
gets 2
said it.
attacks?
Hey.
Oh man, all night, man.
I just
I didn't even catch
remembered.
that either.
There's a 23 hit.
That definitely hits as well.
Okay. I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to smite on both.
Okay, cool.
No, I can't do that. I'm going to smite on one, the first one.
All right.
Alright, so... Five slashing damage with no magical ability, 12 mundane slashing damage, and then 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. All right,
So
cool.
it's 17 halved basically, and then the 8 radiant damage, which hopefully is doubled, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, so the first one is halved, and its total is what?
My first attack was for 5 slashing,
Okay.
and then my second attack was for 12 slashing.
Okay. And then Divine Smite is, let's see.
That is radiant damage, and it was for 8.
We'll say.
Yeah, someone can cast.
That
magic
last
weapon.
hit him pretty hard.
Yeah!
And see, like it actually burns and causes his like ichor to drip out. And cool. So the cult fanatic doesn't. What would it do? What would it do? He doesn't like Rhea, so he's gonna go and try to hit her.
What a jerk.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. No, he's actually not going to do that. He's going to cast. Where'd it go?
Murder ball.
There it is. He's going to cast Hold Person on Rhea.
No, not allowed.
Yeah, she's probably not going to be too good with this one. Makes it in spades. She just like shrugs it off, and he's probably going to get the business end of her blade the next time. Rivik, it's your turn.
Rhea.
Intelligence saving throw for the demon.
Intelligence saving throw. Intelligence, you say?
Yeah.
He gets a 12. What?
Takes 31 mental damage as I blow my hope.
Ow.
That one makes the whole room vibrate, and it impacts
The whole
him
room
and his
vibrates
cheeks
at that point?
wobble.
And give me one moment as I.
And then for my move action, because it's obvious I did that, I walk up to the fanatic and just stare at him.
You may have a free intimidation check if you so like.
I'll take it.
Get the fuck out. Okay.
You decide what you want to do with that.
I'm sorry. The 8. I'll say you have advantage on him because you literally just made the whole room shake, and
That's
Yeah.
That makes it a natural 20.
he is at absolute disadvantage. His next turn.
Yikes. That's awesome.
And I'm done.
Midnight. It is your turn. What do you do?
Wait, hold on.
This is a cool combat song.
Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome. 5. 30. Okay, there you go.
Nice.
I'm going after this dude. And actually, wait. Yeah, I look at him and I just kind of go, hello, and then whack him in the face.
That
19
hits. Definitely hits.
with a 9.
Not bad. Nicely done. So
I got to hit someone. Yay!
Raylan, are you prepared?
Yes, very much so. Bring it on.
All right. So
Are
the
your
demon,
butt cheeks clenched?
the fiend, looks at you and it's just like
Very
screams and mutters something in infernal at you, that equates to your mother. And he attacks you the first time. Does a 16 hit you?
16 does not hit me.
Damn
I
it!
do have a question, though. Mechanical question. Why is the 6 initiative demon before the 7 initiative Kethra?
I don't know. It just rolled that way.
That is weird. Okay,
Oh,
That
is
is weird.
the dexterity higher then?
that's not a tie.
Yeah, that's not a tie. I don't know why it did that.
That's weird.
Unless I slipped
Moving
somewhere.
on.
Yeah, it's fine.
Keep
Does
going.
a 25 hit you?
25 does, in fact, hit me.
Take 4 piercing damage as his claws to sink into your armor.
Oh no.
How?
More damage.
How much?
4.
4.
Oh no.
I heard a number before 4, and my brain was like, what? But okay, sorry.
He hits you with a 25 and he does 4 damage. But take 25 damage. What? Oh, I don't know. He hits you with tail tag.
He hits you with the 4 for 25.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yes.
Take 5 piercing damage. as his tail just sort of like stabs into your leg, and you're just like,
Ow. Okay.
Kethra, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to put a hex on. Why did that roll?
Tyler, can you answer chat, please?
Who, me?
Yeah, you'll understand when you read it.
I don't know why that rolled, so never mind that. But I will, as my bonus, I'll put hex on Mr. Demon Man.
Okay.
What am I answering?
J3 Googleplex?
Why is he here? Hey, man. like Sylvia Plath. Why are we here? Or just like
And then
You-
I'm gonna
what does the hex do?
Got it.
And then the Nightbot yelled at him.
Catherine, post your hex up, both for audience to see what it does and for Sean.
Oh. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I don't think it has a. I don't think mine's set for card. Hold on.
Well, then explain us what it does.
Oh, so hex. Hex just gives me extra damage when I attack.
Oh, okay. So you're just setting yourself up for your next round.
Yeah, it's like Mark. Oh,
Okay,
and
cool.
I can also choose one ability when I cast the spell, and the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Oh, okay. So you're just giving all around general disadvantage to.
Intelligence,
Oh, okay, cool.
and he has disadvantage on intelligence checks.
That's a good one because that's what Rivik always uses. Cool.
Right.
All right. So that ends your round, I imagine.
No, that was my bonus action.
That was your bonus action. All right.
Awesome.
Now I hit him. I hit him with a double he. Becomes Una he for 20.
Yeah.
20 hits. And that does 11 damage so far.
That's 11 damage plus 4 necrotic.
Nice.
And second one, 23.
Oh, remember, I cast guidance on you, Kethra.
Those are only for skills.
Okay.
You're good. Okay.
8
So,
force and 2 more necrotic.
all right. Cool. Nice. That ends your round?
That ends my round.
All right, cool. Ray is going to move up and try to bitch slap this guy. 24 hits with 12 damage. That guy just got his HP halved. Holy crap.
Oh.
And it is at this point that I need Rayland to give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, that's not great for me.
Here comes the boss.
6.
6.
Ooh.
Everything's
But Raylan
fine.
doesn't notice.
Nope.
But maybe he will. Let's see.
What I noticed with a passive perception of 17.
Possibly. Let's see.
Roll less than 6. You did not roll less than 6.
I did actually.
Did you really? Dang. Yes.
So,
Wait, really?
um,
I had a whole just wave of emotions there. Like, okay.
Midnight.
Yeah?
Because you're facing the right direction, you just have a natural sense of the room. You actually see an old woman like sneak out of a secret door that's like right here, and she jumps to this area right here, and you see her like fiddling with the wall. What do you do?
I could technically rush her. I would
You
be.
can't. It's not your turn. What do you do?
Yell to Raylan. Because it's his turn next.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just shout that there's a lady across the room that wasn't there before.
Raylan, there's an old lady across the room, only like within 5 feet of you. It's insane.
Only within 5 feet of me?
Mm-hmm. But now that she's been seen, she actually attacks Midnight because she called her out on her shit.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Before
Hold
that
on,
happens,
it's still her turn,
I know.
unless you
That's-
got something.
I do.
Okay.
He's got some paladin bullshit, yo.
I know. I got a feat. If you said on the board, she's not within 5 feet of me, but if she is actually within 5 feet of me,
How's she not in foot? Oh, yeah, she's right. You're right.
Are you allowing it to be 5 feet because you said it would? Is what he's asking you.
yeah.
Yes, she would have had
Okay.
to at least. She would
Okay.
have moved close to you. So let's do it.
All right. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Reaction time. Does a 16 hit the old lady?
Yes, against the unarmored old woman, it does hit.
She takes 6 slashing damage.
She takes 6 slashing damage.
Which
All right.
means she's going to need to make some sort of concentration for that spell to still go off.
Will she?
Yes.
Oh. She like tries, but then it like sputters. But then she reaches out with her other hand and actually tries to cast with that one. And
No!
does a 15 hit you, Midnight?
No.
All right. So as you see this like demonic ball of like ichor fly at you and splash against the wall, and it misses you.
Kethra says no.
Did you counterspell her?
Yeah.
So, funny story. This is an Eldritch
Screw this lady.
class, and I will allow it because you are also a warlock. Yeah, that actually splutters and like bounces back on her, and we'll say she takes a point of damage because of it.
Ah. I'll be the only warlock here today.
Raylan.
It's not her day.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Okay. I am going to, once again, attack... Wait, oh! Midnight, did you give me the magic weapon?
No, she did not.
No, I
No.
didn't.
That's okay.
I will next round.
Okay.
Like as soon as it's my turn.
Alright, that's okay. I am going to once again attack the big monster creature twice.
Okay.
22 to hit,
Cool.
and then 17 to hit.
That one also hits.
Okay, I will smite with the first one.
All right. Cool.
That is 8 slashing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then 6 slashing damage.
Which one is?
The
is it
pluses are in
all
there
just
because
smite?
a nat 20 was rolled, but it's not what I got.
That's not what I'm asking. So, is the whole thing radiant?
No, these are just slashing.
These are just slashing. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Done.
And then the smite comes in.
Mm-hmm.
9 radiant damage.
He's looking pretty effed up.
Okay. And then I will move here just to make sure she's within 5 feet of me and there not be any question. And if you want to give him an attack of opportunity against me, you can.
No, because you're. Oh, it's all right.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean to click that.
Uh. Yeah,
You good?
I think so. Yes.
All right. Cool. The cultist reaches out and he's going to try to stab you, Midnight. Because you called out his mistress. I don't know. He's called out his mistress. Does 23 hit you?
Yes.
Take 6 piercing damage as he just like drives a dagger into your gullet.
Rude.
That's just rude.
Does a 21 hit you?
Hold on. You made me lose my count. Hold on. Okay, 21, yes.
Take another 4 piercing damage as he stabs you again.
The fuck?
That's what he does. This thing. Rivik, it's your turn.
I switch my psionic focus to force, mastery of force. Old lady needs to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage. This should be good.
But I'm going to use my last one and make it cancel out your bullshit and just roll it.
That means she gets what? Oh, your face tells me that she failed. Okay.
The fact that I
That's all I
can
need
see
to know.
his rolls
Did
makes
she
this
fail?
so much funnier. I'm not saying what
So,
happened, but
I'm going to explain what happened. So you're all like, I'm going to be a badass. And I'm going to be like, fuck your badassness. I'm going to use my last point. And I roll. Which basically is just an even roll because advantage cancels out disadvantage. So I rolled an 8 on the one side. And on the other side, I rolled a 23, a natural 20.
however, what makes it double funny is that the die in roll 20 actually spun on an axis for a good second before tipping over to the nat 20.
That's awesome.
That moment before you know which die is which, Sean thought he had a nat 20.
Yeah, I am, I mean, I never see the rolls anyways. I just see the chat log, but I was ultimately sad. So what happens to this poor lady?
She's telekinetically grappled, and I lift her up into the air. How high is the ceiling?
10 feet.
She is right here now, 10 feet in the air, and she has to try to escape the grapple on her turns with a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, man. Man.
Oh, this works out even better then.
That ends your turn?
Yeah, because I'm just going to maintain this and slowly crush her.
All right, Midnight, it's your turn. This guy stabbed you.
I don't think I like his tone. I really don't like his tone. Oh, I'm still wearing the robies, aren't I?
Yeah.
The cultist robes.
Yeah, you're being assaulted.
That's not cool. Can I undress and then throw him in his face?
What? No. Hit him with your mace.
But I wanted to blind him with
With your
naked-
dress?
With the robes. I want to throw him in his face. So while he's distracted trying to like take them off, I go whap and hit him in his gut.
I think there's a spell for that actually, but
Like
it would
disrobe.
take you far too long to disrobe, and he would get a free attack on you. So, just say it's probably not the best idea.
Okay.
20.
There's a
20 hits.
No, 22.
Oh, 22 definitely hits.
22.
You strenuously object. And
Seven.
he takes 5 damage. 7 damage.
7. I got a +2.
Oh, what the fuck just happened?
I win. He's dead.
Get it?
I stabbed him with a mace through the face. Put him in his
Maces
place.
don't stab, but cool.
Say, you stab him with a round ball of metal.
Yes,
Yes.
in the face.
It'll hurt more that way, because you know it's round.
Can I pretend it's a spiked mace?
You can buy those. They're called Morning Stars. You should get one.
That is true. You should get morning.
I
Star.
have enough money to totally buy one.
You should buy one. You possibly could get a blessed. Who knows? Cool. So
Need to go to
he's
a
not
shop.
looking so great. He's definitely not looking so great.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He's a tough mother.
He-
So the demon or the fiend doesn't like you, Steve.
Yeah,
But,
I know. That's fine. Bring it on.
So
he's gonna hurl some fireballs at you.
Hurling fireballs, you say?
Hurling flame.
I'm gonna just post this up real quick for no
how
reason.
high is his
Shield
HP?
master.
Oh. You get
If I'm not incapacitated, I can add my shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw I make against a spell or other harmful effects that target only me. Does this have a dex save at all?
No, it's just an attack, and it's 22 to hit you.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, yeah, 22 hits.
22 hits. You take 6 fire damage. And
6? Okay.
Damn it,
Yeah,
I forgot to put your magic thing too. I'm sorry, Steve.
That's okay.
I
Does
got
14 hit you?
distracted.
Probably does not.
14 does not.
Another ball of flame goes flying past your head and over your shield and bursts against
Yeah, I
the,
definitely want to
side
like
of the
catch
wall.
that one with my shield. So now my sword is still glowing with smiting power, but the shield also has like flame coming off of it.
There you go. Your shield is on fire, not on fire. So
You're
Yeah,
trying so hard to be cool.
I am.
Kethra, it is
Nerd.
your turn.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna move right here. Right in the thick of it. My computer wants to restart.
Tell it no.
Not the best time.
I told it no. And then as my bonus action, I go, whoa. Oh yeah, now you won't go out. I'll go, whoop-ha.
Well, pop.
Yeah. Whoop-ha. So I am now, I have my awesome aurora around me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got that. So you're popping damage, right?
Yep. If they end their turn in my little circle of awesomeness, which I don't think the old lady's going anywhere.
No, she's definitely not.
But yeah. So then I will focus fire on the demon who is still hexed. And with a 1.
Jay, Googleplex is giving somebody advantage, but I'm unclear who.
Is it like cheese Toastmaster 5000?
No, Jay.
J-Man, who's getting your advantage?
Oh. We'll have to clarify that. But for now, we can
Hopefully
just
it's
keep
not
going.
for this roll.
Hopefully.
Moving on.
Yeah, that actually his head explodes. He dies
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
as you just burn.
More damage to you. All right, so he died.
Yes. He died. He is no longer with us.
Okay.
Okay, so when the person dies, I can move my hex.
Yeah.
Who would you like to move it to?
So I go, cultist man, and as I'm turning around and point at him, I just shoot my second blast at him
Do it.
for 22. So that's 6 damage and another 3 necrotic.
We're gonna say I'm tired of his shenanigans, and he's dead.
Okay.
Everyone
fine,
gang
it's
up on
fine.
the old lady.
It's fine.
I like it. I like it.
You know, like I was the only one attacking this dude or
But
anything
you
like
did
that.
such a good job.
always-
You did a very good job. And
Kill.
We need to find
Kill
Tiffany
stealer.
to spell Killing Blow so she can finally get a kill shot.
I know, right? She needs to get higher levels so that she can get flame strike, and then it's all over.
And the best part is the last 3 kill shots that were stolen from her were Kethra.
Yes. Yeah. It can't. I can't even.
So, Kethra, how does
I was
your
Ombre. This wouldn't be happening to me.
at this point, your aura goes off and would hurt. Well, that's at the end of their turn if they're held, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's done. That's done. That's done. We're done with that guy. We're done with that guy.
So, like, if everyone's dead, we basically have the boss prisoner now.
Maybe. Rhea is actually going to turn on her and just stab her because she's there.
All right, don't get that.
I protest.
She can't move, so she has advantage.
I protest the stabbing.
Why would you protest more stabbing? Stabbing's always good.
Because we need information.
We actually got the information. The shield's what's wrecking the city.
Yeah, the shield's wrecking the city.
That was the key.
We have all of
But
Dum-Dum's
Midnight
notes.
has more questions.
Okay, I mean, sure, that makes sense.
You got second level spell lots left. Speak with dead.
So
Right.
what happens is Rhea actually attacks her, and then suddenly, like, a burst of flame exudes from the Lady Thalmor, or Van Thamper herself.
She's a Thalmor?
And no, not Thalmor. That's not what I meant to say. And so, like, this burst of flame, like, appears under Rhea's feet, and, like, she dodges and jumps away. And she's like, oh, maybe hitting her is a bad idea. Yeah, I don't know. And Raylan, we'll say it's your turn.
Okay. How high up in the air is she again?
It's only 10 feet. Well, the lowest point of her is at 5 feet. Let's say that.
Okay, so I
because
can,
there's
like,
only,
stab her foot.
you could stab her foot if you so chose.
Okay.
Why would the what?
Hey, Video Arcade, before you do anything, can you check chat real fast? The Discord chat. Sorry, Sean.
So, yes. You're good? Okay, so I'm going to move up and I'm going to do one more. Well, you said that she has, like, that on her. And I saw that when someone stabbed the old lady, they got hit back with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
You should be sorry.
You know what? I'll risk it.
We got healers.
Yeah, we have healers. It'll finally.
That's all I'm good for, right? I can't
yeah.
kill anything, so just use the cleric to heal it.
Midnight can finally pump out some heals. Here we go.
I don't want to kill anything. I want to kill.
Hey, Tiffany,
One attack.
you ever play World of Warcraft? If not, now you know what it feels like.
Does a 15 hit?
Oh no, I played Final Fantasy 15. 14, sorry.
Does a 15
I play
hit
online.
the stationary
I know
floating old lady?
You've been adding your bonus, by the way, Steve, because you got a bonus too.
I don't remember getting a bonus last week.
Everybody got one.
That can't
Everybody
be the
got
ca-
plus
that
one.
can't be the case because Tiffany got 2.
Yeah, so I don't think he got one.
Oh, somebody told me everybody got one. Whoever said that was a liar.
Yeah,
You know-
lying
Lying
liars.
liars who lie.
I think that was Dwayne. I think that said
Does a
everyone got
12. Or actually,
does.
15.
It does
Does a
indeed.
15 hit, yeah.
Yeah, does indeed.
Sweet.
I need you to give me a dexterity save.
Screw this old lady. I'm going to smite on the first attack as well.
Okay.
And that is my final smite for the evening, gentlemen and lady.
Okay.
Okay. You need a dex save
I do. For later.
for later. Is this a dex save attacking only me?
Yes.
Cool. Then it's going to be +2 to this.
Okay. All right.
That was
What's your
almost
damage?
a 16. That was really close to being good.
You know, the dice just
You
kind
know
of
what?
hissed each other.
I don't know what the DC is, but I'm gonna know it's so low. Never mind, it's not worth it. My damage is 10 slashing, 7 slashing,
Mm-hmm.
10 radiant.
All right. So the way this plays out is that you like stab and swipe at her feet, and as you hit that first one, you feel like that same thing happen underneath you, where like the ball of flame explodes, and you're not quick enough, and you take 16 flame damage. And then you swipe at her again, sort of shrugging that off, and then she finally like sort of loosens and lets go in Rivik's psychic grip, and she's just like, I yield.
Okay.
And unless somebody wants to continue,
Does she
that.
turn?
she has yielded and has surrendered, basically.
Look at our new friend, and I look at her son. What do their faces tell me? Our new friend being, what's her name again?
Which one, Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea and cool
Mortlock?
guy.
Mortlock, yeah.
Mortlock's actually hanging outside of the rooms right now.
He's keeping an eye on
during
Slobber
Thaddeus.
Chops for me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
never, he never comes into fight. He's just like, oh.
Then just her. What's her face say?
As far as Rhea, she's like, she's responsible for all this. This is her fault. But Thaddeus is also to blame. They're both to blame. Do what you will.
Then we,
She
take,
did-
then we take them in and we give them.
If you take her into the guard, she is one of the richest and most powerful people in this world. Will they believe your word?
We don't take her to the guard.
Who are you going to take her to?
We take her to a temple.
Ogman!
To Holy
Bring
Grail.
her to a temple of Ogman! He will extract all the knowledge from her brain!
As much as you give to your faith, there's no way that the temple will hold sway. She's a duke of this city.
But knowledge and brains.
She kind of looks at you and she's like,
So, do we
Again.
actually have proof that these two are responsible for the destruction of an entire city?
within all of, yes, you do. Because Thaddeus
I look at
has-
Raylan and I say, I'm sorry, brother, I have a code. And I psychic crush her for 5d8 plus 6.
Questions! I had questions!
Want me to roll it or just that's it?
if you are going to kill her, you can kill her, but unless anybody objects, they can attempt
I
to
had
not to.
questions.
You can try to talk me out of it, but having questions won't stop me because that's actually part of my code. But the mercy for this one does not justify the killing of thousands. There must be justice. So basically, I'm looking at Raylan. Is he going to try to talk his best friend out of this?
So I mean, you're doing a psychic thing. I don't know if it's
No,
entirely.
I said it out loud. I said,
Okay.
I'm sorry, brother, but I have a code and it's slow.
I understand your code, and I don't disagree with it. They deserve death right here, right now. However, Thaddeus has already informed us that is only a benefit to them. True punishment, true atonement, and adjudication is to keep them alive here, where they can't be joined with those who have given them power.
You should bless them, and then we can kill them.
I can
What's-
do that.
I look at her. Does she have a holy symbol?
No,
Does
but
she have a spell component pouch?
no.
Or a casting focus?
No, but given your knowledge, she's probably signed a contract and she's going where she's going no matter what.
Oh, right. I saw her use Eldritch Blast, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Raylan, I nod to myself, and I say, yes, justice. And I reach over to, what's her name again? Rhea?
Rhea,
I draw her sword, and I relieve this woman of her hands. No more spells for you.
oh shit, okay. So
And I drop
Everyone is
her on the
fine with
ground.
this.
This is acceptable
She's-
to me. No more hands.
she's in agony. She has no more hands.
I will lay
Yeah.
on hands for her 1 point to make sure she doesn't bleed out.
Does Roll20 have a no hands icon?
Yeah, I did. I wish it did. So, her screams are enough that like Mortlock actually walks in and sort of looks at his mother, and this is the first time he's ever seen her like not in a position of power, and he just laughs at her, and he's just like, "You should take her feet too." In fact, you should probably just take a whole leg. She deserves much more.
She's gotten what she deserves. Additional torture is unnecessary.
Fair enough. So, what do we do with her? You know, she's just going to use all of her power and influence to get out of whatever she gets out of. We got documents, but she's got power and influence.
I look at Rhea.
Crushed her cult.
I look at Rhea and I look at her and I look at him and I look at Rhea and say, "You want her? Take her back to what's left of your people?"
There's nothing left. I'm going with you wherever you're going to get my revenge.
Is she literally the only survivor of that city?
The only one that, well, no, because there are refugees, but she's probably one of the few Hell Riders left. So she's going to the ultimate end of this to get her city back.
Oh, no,
So-
I'm not asking to send her away. I'm saying, do you want her so you can toss her to your people for whatever justice they come up with? Not to the
That's a
temple,
good thought.
not to the police, to
Yeah,
the survivors
can-
of the city.
Yeah, can we find like a complete third-party survivors of them to hold her and just, yeah.
Enact
Can't,
justice.
can't execute her, but you can just have her.
So, yeah. So here's how it plays out. You guys make your way out of here, and you have her in hand. You have Thavius in hands. Fallister sticks with you, and doesn't leave you unless you cast him off. But he's like, whatever you're done here, you've done a good thing. I must encourage you to go see my friends in Candlekeep, and we can possibly see about getting to Elthuriel itself in hell using your puzzle blocks. Maybe. I don't know. It's thought.
It's just
It's as good a destination as any, and this must leave Baldur's Gate right now.
So you leave, and it's sort of dawn, and you manage to pass by, and you've kind of got her cloaked so that nobody notices who she is and gagged. And you're carrying her away, and you've kind of got Thavius stuffed in like a russet sack or something. Mortlock just has him over his shoulder. And so you make your way through Baldur's Gate, and you come upon a bunch of Elthuriel refugees, and they're like starving. They're being roughed up by the Flaming Fist, and this is your third party, more or less.
I'll let Raylan proceed with handing her over.
So I'll go to whoever the de facto leader of this group is. We've got.
You can just go into the center of the people and sort of do your thing.
Yeah, we've got her, and I'll put her like pull her out. We got her tied up somehow. I guess we can't manacle her anymore. Haha. But pull her out in front of everybody, and kind of throw her down and just like, this is the one that is responsible for the destruction of your city. She is the conspirator. You can have her to dish out the justice that you deserve, but justice is done in a specific way. She is yours, but she cannot die under any circumstance.
Oh.
I also tell them, if you kill her, you free her to her master. It's not justice.
These are a lot of people who don't really understand infernal contracts, but in your word alone is it going to keep mob justice from ferreting out the way that it does. So if you can hinge it on something somehow that they won't kill her for whatever reason, that's what you're looking for. Else these people are probably just going to rip her apart. Because they're
Your city back.
What's that?
Tell them we're gonna get their city back.
Oh, that's an idea.
That's a
Actually,
bold claim.
But it's kind of what we're going to do.
I'm gonna try.
Raylan,
and,
I'm sorry, Rivik wouldn't stop you from saying that, but Rivik won't say that for you because he can't promise that. He doesn't know if it's true.
Okay. We...
Oh wait, no, never mind.
If you want to say something, you can.
No, never mind.
I'll look to Kethra with that idea. We have a unique opportunity that we're going to try to attempt. And it is to bring your city back to this world. killing her puts us at a disadvantage to being able to do that because she can alert back to her masters what's happening. If you want your city back, if you want even the possibility of your city back, your home, keep her alive. Help
So
us.
to help with you, Rhea sort of jumps up on whatever grandstand she could find, a pile of crates or whatever, and she goes out and she's like, "Good people of Ethereal, I am Rhea, one of your Hell Riders. Keep this woman in your care, and I swear to it that I will bring the city back, and she will find justice in our city once it's returned to the surface." And they're all like cheering, and they're just like, and they kind of like start building a makeshift cage and keep and like haul her up and like string her up on in like this wooden cage that just stands in the middle of this town square. And everybody's like, "What?" And at this point, Captain Zodge actually comes up. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Justice.
Turn around, look at him, pull off his symbol. Is it made of wood?
What symbol? Whose symbol?
The police thing.
No, it's metal.
Metal bad.
Drop it on the ground and say, "We quit." Turn around and walk away.
What? What's going on? I demand an explanation. Did you find the cult? Did you destroy it? Why do you have Lady Van Thampier up there? What is going on? Why is he walking away? What have you people done?
I just throw the evidence at him.
What?
All of what you need to know is in these documents.
This is written in a language I don't understand. What is
I'll
going
put
on?
my
Midnight offers 3 thick journals, like this thick of translations
Detailed
and
as it
everything that
gets.
she's come up with, and puts them in his hands. There you go. Everything that you need to know is going to be in these books. And I also have the translations of all the notes also here. And then she puts another big thick book on top right here. And whatever he said, takes off the badge and just nicely puts it on top and kind of walks away.
And you kind of have that moment of like just dropping your badges, like piss off sort of moment, and you walk towards the gates of Baldur's Gate, like on your way to the Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Explosion.
And you're greeted by a person who rides up, and she's clearly clad in a more like elaborate flaming fist sort of thing, and she's like, "Are you the maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city?"
Possible.
Just like, did you crush? Are you the ones that crushed the cult? And am I to understand that Duke Van Thampier is responsible?
Rivet keeps walking. Can't let this shield get too close to any of these people he doesn't trust.
This is just some rando?
We'll tell her that.
No, she's like, "My name is Lyria Portier. My uncle is Duke Dillard Portier of Baldur's Gate. He's one of the 2 remaining government leaders here. Assuming that Lady Van Thampier doesn't make it out of that cage alive. I am his niece, and I have been summoned to lead the Flaming Fists, and probably much more in a more respectable manner than Captain Zodge over there. I implore you. We believe that Duke Ulder Ravengard is still alive, and he went down with the city itself. If you have any way that you possibly can to go and to figure out how you can get the city back and get our Duke back, we would gladly reward you with anything that we possibly can. I know adventurers of your stature can do this. I've seen it done in the past."
Anything I could ever possibly want?
Oh, God.
My goodness.
What did you say, Dwayne?
I said, "Oh my God, you've seen level 5 adventurers go to hell."
Happens every day here. What are you talking about?
Whatever you
What's
need,
level
wherever you're
5
going.
mean?
Yeah, whatever you need, wherever you're going, I can provide it if you need anything.
Yes, extremely powerful weapons and armor.
Perhaps we can. I can oblige you. She kind of leads you to sort of an armory of cache of things that she's picked up along the way.
Whoa.
Rivik
And,
blinks and thinks to himself, I didn't think that would work.
She's like, I'll provide you with fresh. Where are you going? Did I hear something about the Candlekeep?
That
I'm
is
going to
our
try to
bunch
go to hell and kill the Duke. Rivik
I'll
says with
provide
a
you.
straight face.
I'll provide you with fresh horses and anything that you need. And so
Do
yeah,
we know who this person is? If they're a high
you've heard her name.
important
She
person?
just identified herself as the niece of one of the dukes, and you did hear a rumor that she'd been called back from a fort that she was in possession of, and she's the one that they're basically leaning on to control the Flaming Fists and make sure that they don't turn into the city just doesn't fall.
Okay. So
But she's better than Captain Zaz. She was just kind of an asshole.
So generally speaking, she's considered a pretty trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rivik has a specific request in that case.
What's that?
Bag of holding big enough to hold this shield, and I tell her why. In the bag, it can't speak.
She's like, oh, that's a very good idea. In fact, I'll give you two. One for your regular items and one just to hold that. And it's like, don't put me in the bag. Don't put me in the bag. And then it can still talk in a muffled tone, even inside of the bag because of what it is. But it can't influence you. It can't do anything to you. You're fine. The shield's actually usable as a shield. It'll just try to influence you annoyingly.
I feel like Raylan doesn't want to corrupt himself that way, but he can if he wants.
It's up to
Nah.
Raylan.
Stop him.
Can I hold the second bag of holding?
Sure. If you want to be the one person who carries all the goods.
Is this like free loot time, by the way?
Yeah. Why?
pretty much.
Because I want.
Holy Avenger +5.
Yeah.
Quarterstaff of the
So-
Magus.
Before you leave, they'll actually enchant all your weapons so that they're actually magical at this point, so you don't have to worry about that.
So everything
But,
becomes plus one.
Yeah.
Can I also have full plate?
Yeah, they'll give you a full plate. They'll.
He's happy.
I have no idea what I could possibly want.
Full
Kethra,
plate, you're a
looking.
cleric.
Yeah, you can actually you could have full plate because you are a cleric.
And a Morning Star so that you can't stab them with a mace.
Yeah, you can also get a magical morning star +1. Kethra, you're looking over the sort of like you're in a barracks and you feel called to this rusty old sword that's sitting in a corner.
Okay. I go over to said sword.
Okay. Do you pick it up?
Well, first I sniff it, and then
You sniff it. There's something odd about this sword, but something odd in a good way.
I grasp it, but I don't pick it up yet.
Okay, you grasp it, and suddenly you hear like a song in your head, and almost like a tune plays from it while you're out there, and it's all like you swear it's singing to you.
Like, who let the dogs out?
Yeah, sure. If that's your chosen soundtrack at the moment, sure.
I drop it confused, and then remember how catchy the tune was, even though it was bad, and pick it up again.
Okay, cool. So at this, like, what kind of swords can you use as a warlock?
Sword.
Anything that's simple.
Short sword.
What kind?
That's the only one.
Yeah, short sword.
We'll say you're proficient in this one because it has called to you.
You're proficient in singing sword.
Yes, you have a singing longsword +1 at the moment.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What happened to those beans I picked up, like, from session 1?
I
They're in
don't
your
know.
pocket.
You're gonna have to find the description of the beans. I think, yeah.
Okay, because
Remind me, and we'll
found a
look up the
bag of-
beans.
I found a bag of beans in the items. I just wasn't sure, like.
Yeah, remind me. I'll look up the beans. So yeah, Kethra, you actually have a singing sword +1.
Okay.
And as you swish it around, it kind of makes a song as you strike with it, and that's all it kind of does at the moment. But yeah,
God damn it.
cool. and yeah, that's where we'll leave it as you ride off from Baldur's Gate with your new equipment and your new allies. And what do you guys do with Thaddeus Krieg at the moment?
Rivik would leave him
Question.
with the same people because he's responsible for the same crime. But
Yeah.
maybe he can go to this new lady. That's up to Raylan.
Oh, I wanted to
Rivik would have crowd
take
tossed it.
him to my temple. I'm gonna try to convert him.
He's too far gone. You know that much.
He sold his
he's-
soul.
He sunk a whole city of thousands upon thousands of people into the ground and straight into hell. So he's a little beyond.
But
Plus,
can
he
we-
literally
can we-
told you he sold his soul. There's
Yeah.
no coming back from that.
But I want to take knowledge from his brain.
You would
Speak
get-
with dead.
For me, when you sell your soul, there's no coming back.
Yeah, more or less.
He's not an angel. You're okay, Kethra.
Yeah,
If-
you're fine.
But knowledge.
You'll find much more knowledge where you're going.
I mean,
What's that,
this
Raylan?
guy's not as much of a risk as Van Thamper, so whatever Midnight wants to do with him, honestly, I like. A temple will still hold someone this evil just to like keep them out of the world.
They
The other
would probably
problem
just
is,
turn him over to the guard.
right, the other problem is you wouldn't be able to collect on that information if you're going to stay with us because I'm leaving. This shield can't stay here. It's what's destroying the city. I'm not waiting a day or an hour. Once we're done with this lady, Rivik's out to save Baldur's Gate.
Question: what was the shield on the plate or whatever that I got?
Full plate.
Yeah, it's full plate. You can actually go under the eye and look up full plate.
Well, I tried typing in full plate and it didn't pop up.
It might just be plate at this point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, then just give him to this lady.
Yeah, it's called
and
plate
call it a
armor.
day.
Okay.
Plate armor or plate armor +1?
No, it's plate armor.
Could try that.
You're gonna hand him over?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right then. So you hand him over to the guard. They keep him under wraps. And cool. And you guys ride off into the sunset towards Candlekeep to the south.
Oh crap! I'm over my carrying capacity. If I wear that.
Who pays attention to carrying capacity?
This is Sean you're DMing with. You're fine.
Okay, because like I plopped.
You're
it in
over your
from
carrying
the-
capacity with the gold and platinum bars you're carrying around already.
Yep.
So I mean,
Well,
it's
actually,
at this point,
I
it's all in the
was
bag of holding.
fine.
So.
But since I put on the plate armor, it's like over carrying capacity. I've been cumbered. I feel like I'm in Fallout.
Cool. So
Quick
that's where we'll
question.
leave it.
Is
Mhm.
that supposed to be a milestone? Are we supposed to level or not?
You will level. Yes. Also level
Okay.
yourselves.
Dang.
Level 6.
Snap.
I thought I'd point that out since the last couple of times we forgot to say it on screen.
Yeah, you're leveling to level 6. So you should be level 6 before next week.
All right.
And I think that's where we'll leave it till next awesome time.
hey.
Great. So yeah, you guys exterminated that dungeon. You solved the mysteries. You got the shield. You have the puzzle blocks from earlier, and yeah, you guys are on your way to Candlekeep and try to figure out what the heck's going on with this thing. And so everyone, vote for your favorite player tonight.
Who's first? Me?
Steve, you're at the top of my camera list. You go first.
Oh, jeez. Crap. I am completely blanking.
There's only 4 of us in total, Steve.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. There was a lot of there was a good thing. Crap. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm forgetting like 100 really awesome moments, and I apologize. I'm gonna say Kethra. Yes, that's right. Kethra. For I dropped my what's that? What is that? Shoot, my brain.
The censure.
Censure, yes. That was the best line and great delivery and awesome. So, boom. I knew there was something.
Drop the guys. Thank
Cool.
you.
Tyler, who do you vote for?
I dropped my censor.
You dropped your censor. Okay. Dwayne, who do you vote for?
I am going to vote for Raylan because a lot of this really centered around him keeping his character in line with his character. Like who not to kill, when to kill, making the correct decisions when he needs to.
Nice. I dig it. Cool. Awesome. Tiffany, who do you vote for?
I vote for Rivik because
Rivik.
Rivik's all like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a thing and take this shield. Fuck you."
Nice.
Keep to the code.
Keep
This
to
is the
code.
way.
All right, so whomever you vote for got a cumulative +1 to all rolls of damage next week. So awesome. Awesome being excellent to each other players. As always, you can find us on the social medias at Vorpal Tales. You can find me at Space Lord PJs on the internet. Also have my doodle website, cartoon.ninja. I did post this week once. Everyone, plug your pluggables. Tell what's your Twitter, Instagram, whatever is. Where can people find you?
I'm Eldritch Echoes on the internet. You can find me here every time we do stuff, which is Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And also on the Onyx Path channel on Wednesday. It's a dual stream. Come see us for all the awesomeness. Check out our Patreon. Be groovy.
Cool. Steve, where can people find you?
They can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. You can find me at a little place called Vorpal Tales. We do role-playing games, and we're kind of awesome. I'm here all the time. Soon to be every single day of the damn week, which is great. Specifically,
Gaming is
though,
life.
tune in Monday at 8 for the final episode of the first arc of Capes of Valor, the Mastermind superhero game I am running before it moves to Friday with a new crew.
Cool. Dwayne, where can we find you?
People can find me on the internet at Made of Kimchi. I will be here next Thursday now, right?
That sounds
Correct.
right.
And Friday.
And Friday, playing a little bit of superhero awesomeness, and then maybe other things. But I'll be at home next week, so it won't be like, my phone.
Yes, microphone. Dwayne's microphone is usually a lot better.
I gotta say, for a hotel and your phone,
Yeah, you pulled this off pretty well
quality.
for your phone in a
pretty good.
hotel.
Pretty good. Tiffany, where can they find you?
I am easily found at Inuhime88 on Twitter. And you can also find me at Pinkie Pie #6394 on the Xbox. Cause I'm totally gonna start doing some streams and stuff, or loading of the thing. Come play with me, cause I'm bored and I have no friends.
Great. Well, Snicker Snacks, you don't have to go home, but you can keep playing this game tonight. Don't forget, we'll be moving to Thursday nights next week at 8 p.m. Remember to slap that like and subscribe, and for the love of the dice, game on.